In certain extreme situations, the law is inadequate. In order to shame its inadequacy, it is necessary to act outside the law, to pursue natural justice. This is not vengeance. Revenge is not a valid motive, it's an emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Tonight we have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme, we're too wild, we're too out of control, we're too full of our own shit. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance. Start the show.
Good nighttime, evening, hello. Welcome to the program. It's Steel Toe. I shouldn't have worn black. Oh, well. Okay, note to self. Nighttime, little more lighting. Morning time, solid. We got it. Nighttime, little more light time, if you will. Welcome. So much going on tonight. I have so many things to tell you about. I have so many stories to get to. You have no idea. It's going to be so much fun, so exciting. I do have a quick announcement to make. I gave $10 to Chad Zumach today. I saw on Twitter that he was live. And I went, I gotta see this. He was shitting on Carl. And I'm like, I gotta watch him shit on Carl. Because Carl kind of, I'm not angry at Carl. It's just, pro wrestling, babyface, heel turn, phony bullshit, That's just the way it goes sometimes. I remember the days, and it wasn't even a year ago, where Carl would say, I don't know what the fuck Patrick Melton's problem is. I don't get what his fucking obsession with you is. You do a good show, so on. I was taking a shit. I had to call him back because I couldn't answer the phone because I was taking a shit. I remember the phone call. I'm not going to answer the phone while I'm taking a shit. It's weird for the person on the other line. For you, you're taking a shit. But then the problem with, don't ever answer the phone when you're using the bathroom, period. Because here's the moment that you have to either flush the toilet or let whatever you put in there sit in there. And that's fucking disgusting. And if you flush the toilet, now the person knows you were going. It's fucking gross. Wait till you're done. He called me. And, it was, you do a good show. I think that's why he hates you so much. Melton, and I'm so fucking paraphrasing. I don't get what this Melton guy's obsession with you guys is. And then fast forward not even a year later, and I guess we got to sell tickets to Hackamania. So now my divorce is a work. What a queer. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't have any personal animosity towards the guy, but like an emergency, no offense, an emergency episode is gay to begin with. But an emergency episode to go, but I think that guy's divorce is not real. Yeah. That, you know what? I just love putting myself through this on a regular basis. And like the reason to announce it was very simple. People were throwing rumors out there. They were saying all kinds of shit. So I said, you know what? Let's just tell it. My original opinion was nobody's fucking business. And then finally I was like, they are saying some wild shit. And I don't want people saying wild shit, so I'll throw them what it is. And then I did. And then more shit happened. It was, when it comes to the internet, it doesn't matter. It's just the shit's going to explode anyway. You know what you do? You don't read it. That's it. You just don't read it. You stay busy. Oh my God, did I have shit to do today? I mean, yeah, I go into my Twitter notifications and it's all people, either, oh, Aaron, I'm not the biggest fan of you, but I support you right now through this time. It's real life, blah, blah. Which, thank you. That's very nice and kind, and I'm uncomfortable with niceties, so take this as a thank you. Or I see people, oh, that guy's a piece of shit. Oh, he should have never had her in the first place, and he's that may be true. Maybe true. That's the one thing you can count on with me, is that you're never going to see, like, trolls like to say, oh, Aaron's too prideful and he's too arrogant. Not really. Like, when you guys want something, I don't give it to you. But when I fucked up, you're always going to see me go, I fucked up. Like, it's just that you guys want me to say I fucked shit up. I didn't fuck up. So there's nothing I can do there. But yeah, I fucked up my marriage and I'm getting a divorce. That's not uncommon, I hear, in these parts. But for you to say it's a work, that's not even a I'm mad at you moment. That's more of like an I pity the fool moment. By the way, I'm being very autistic right now and trying to keep my head in the middle of the buckle sign and see how long I can keep that going. I'm going to look like Jesse Ventura here in a little bit. But, yeah, to say it's a work it's desperate. I'll give you that. It's pretty desperate, but it's also kind of a compliment. I mean, the fact that all these people need me so much is really something. So I see the Mud Shark today, and the Mud Shark is on there like, Aaron, I fucking told you about Carl, and fucking, like, Chad was going on a rant, and he was nailing it. Like, Chad was actually doing a good rant, and he was right about a lot of the stuff he was saying. So I was like, you know what? I'm throwing a Mud Shark $10. And I said, here you go, arch enemy. Here's this, here's that. And he was being very nice to everybody. He was, calling the rumors that are horseshit, and I appreciated that. We don't like each other, but I thought it was really cool of him. I thought it was really not cool of him. I thought it was really honest of him. It was a straight up, he and I are both radio guys, and I think there is that element in radio guys that's not in podcast guys where you're like, my audience is going to respect me and appreciate me a lot more if I'm honest about this one and don't take the easy way out. And I thought that's what he did, so I thought that was really cool. He did get one thing wrong. He said that I watch all of this stuff. I think Chad should be honored. He's the only one I've watched so far. Chad's the only person I've watched of anyone commenting on any of my shit. He's the only guy. So that's special to me. Let's continue on. Let's catch up with the chat. Speedball Paul says, you look exhausted, bro. Well, you know what? I did box today. Had the morning show, boxed, ate, slept, took a little nap while I watched finished American Gangster, walked the dog, shipped out prizes. Just about everything's shipped out. Here's what you don't have yet. The shirts and the VIP packages, because they're not here yet. And the tumblers are not out yet. Everything else, out, gone. And some of you didn't claim your $50 Stoney's gift certificates from last week, so we're going to do those tomorrow for people. So I'm very excited for tonight's show. We've got a lot of good stuff for you. I will we'll catch up with the chat, and then we'll do the stories we've got for today. How's that? Reichs Marshal Klaus Barbie says, get out of the fucking chat and do a fucking show. I will. I'm just going to talk to a few people, and that's it. Trenton Wade says, Heel Aaron Arc Incorporated. I don't know. I'm a smiley heel. I'm a tweener heel, right? Did you hear what Racket said during his rare day stream earlier? No. Did he really? What did he say? Could be fun. Could be interesting, right? You should gate crash Hackamania with Gino. I can't gate crash Hackamania with Gino. My daughter's dance recital is June 1st. I can't. I'm sorry. T. Jefferson says, why the fuck would this be a work? I know. I don't understand what benefit I get from this being a work. Dr. Chow Chow with $5 says, Carl never supported me making fun of your show. It hurt my feelings. Now he's all on board and he's the expert. Well, it's profitable, right? That's what this is all about. It's profitable. You make that super chat money. Look, I am honored that I am such a target. There's a reason for it. They don't boo nobodies. Where did the day go with his membership being renewed for 22 months? Thank you, buddy. T. Jefferson says, don't let the bastards get you down, boss man. I'm sick. I'm fucking sick, dude. It doesn't get me down. It's the way the internet is. I've always said I get to say whatever I want. They get to say whatever they want. Who doesn't get to have a good time? Can Oz still make the tumblers? I don't know. Tony says, boxing at your age, impressive. Is it a 50-plus gym? That hurts my feelings. That hurts my feelings a lot. I'm a fan of most everyone, but the deliberate misinterpretation is getting annoying on all sides. I don't know what that means. K. Fallen the Great says, wow, it's like somebody made it sound like shipping prizes more of a chore than it was. I thought you were talking about me. Speedball Paul says, you're not a lol cow, you're a cash cow. That's right, motherfucker. Cash cow Imholt. Aaron, if you had a shipping label printer, it would save you some time and trouble. Reichsmarshal Klaus Barbie says, Aaron is getting divorced because April cheated on Aaron with sleeping Aaron. Mr. Me says, your daughter's dance recital. Can't you even keep a straight face? Why wouldn't I? You think I would go to Hackamania over my daughter's dance recital? Are you fucking insane? Are you out of your mind? Does the internet mean that much to you that you would skip your daughter's dance recital to go to Hackamania? For God's sake. Why is Kevin Brennan attacking you so much lately? He sees how profitable it is. That's it. He sees how profitable it is. If you don't think that I'm soaking this in and enjoying the limelight, you're wrong. Speedball Paul says, I haven't seen you this happy in a while. Oh. The Ozone says, I would skip my daughter's dance recital for literally anything. What do you mean? I love my daughter. I can't help it. I want to go support her. Peter Sky Parker says, maybe they can reschedule the dance recital. This is her last one. She's not doing dance next year. So this is it. Where's Tabakai? Tabakai, was there really a day stream or are you just trying to start shit? Don't try to start shit because I don't want to say anything bad about anybody. Except me. The only person I've said anything bad about so far is me. I say the bad shit about me. I don't want to say bad shit about anybody else. I want to sit back and watch. So yeah, I hope there was nothing untoward said about your favorite broadcaster here. That would be terrible. You missed too many dance recitals and she'll end up dancing on the pole. Exactly. Triple N. Precisely. You got to go to that shit or they don't feel supported. And then if they don't say supported, who knows what the fuck could happen. So yes, I have. And then they find out if you didn't go to their dance recital because you were going to some fat guy's thing on, some fat guy's thing in Las Vegas, like they're never going to forgive you. Never going to forgive you. All right. I think we're all caught up. Are we good? We continue on? I think we're good to go. Easy123 says it'd be a shame if the fire alarm got pulled and it got canceled. No. Guys, we don't, repeat after me, we don't skip our daughter's dance recital. Helgi says, Aaron, hear me out. You can make a certain phone call to the school that would guarantee the dance recital gets rescheduled. No. Of course not. KV Rustbelt said, all I heard was there was a fake Steel Toe Show page super chat something. So people were in there on Nick's stream trying to stir shit up and fuck around. Don't do that. Well, I mean, I can sit here and say don't do that, but those people probably hate my guts, the people making up the account, so I can't. If I sit there and I go, hey, come on, that's not cool, they're going to be like, fuck you, dude, I don't like you. I'm purposely trying to stir shit up. So yeah, look, everyone be nice to everyone, please. I don't dislike anyone. I don't hate anyone. I have no animosity towards anyone. Hey, you know what? To quote David Letterman, I got my own problems. All right? I got my own problems. Bridget Von Hammerdiffs with $2 says, read my grayed out comment. I don't know what your grayed out comment was. Where is it? I can't. It's a big room. I can't do one-on-one. I'm sorry. Speedball Paul says, are you at least going to call in a bomb threat to Hackamania? No. No. We're not doing a bomb threat to anybody. No bomb threats. Tabakai says, to quote Letterman, do you got any gum? All right. Guys, 150 is the number for tonight. If you feel like chipping in, please do. Blink once if you want me to make the call. No, I don't want you to make the call. Look at my eyes. They're not blinking. BJ says, Hackamania's lineup is the bomb threat. Oh, see, now that's not the... Keith Sartell says, do shock jock stuff. Oh, fuck. No, guys. No bomb threats to the dance recital. No bomb threats to Hackamania. No bomb threats anywhere. I wish you guys weren't so funny about this shit. I really do. All right, let's get into our stories tonight. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. We've got a very small goal. The morning show audience got you $100 in. And then I think tomorrow what I'm going to do is give away the rest of the, what do you call it? The Stonies stuff. Because Stonies is bringing me new stuff on Friday. So I got to get rid of the stuff we have and get it sent out to you. All right. May we go now? Thank you. Ontario authorities suggest suspending licenses of thieves to solve a carjacking crisis. This is a great idea. This is going to work fine. This is going to be so good. Because you see, if you take the carjacking licenses, or carjacking licenses, they don't give those out, do they? If you take the driver's licenses away from the carjackers, they won't have a license to legally drive the car they just stole. So you see, if you take a, you guys, no, you guys don't get how brilliant it is. If you take away their legal right to drive, that way when they open the door and punch an old bitch in the mouth, knocking out her dentures to the gravel, throwing her out onto said gravel, kicking her in the sternum 4 times until she develops internal bleeding, and then hops in the car, they won't be able to drive because it will be illegal to do so without a license. And you don't want to tempt that fate. Did Ontario, Canada read the San Francisco Gavin Newsom book to solve problems? So in Ontario, Canada, a car is stolen every 14 minutes. And that's down from every 6 minutes in 2023. Even the Justice Minister's government-issued Toyota Highlander was stolen 3 times. Well, that's what you get for thinking the cops and shit aren't important. And that we're starting to see the result of, criminals are just misunderstood. And, these lifetime criminals just need some understanding and an outlet. And maybe we can reform them and this, that, and the other thing. You can't. Since Ontario's low fines and light probation sentences don't seem to be ending the trend, they're adding stiff new penalties to the Ontario Highway Traffic Act. If you steal a car in Ontario, you might lose your driver's license. Now remember, that's might. I'm sure if you just jack a bitch in the mouth and steal her car for the first time, you'll get off with a warning. Again, Ontario is playing by San Francisco rules. When asked whether this will be an effective deterrent given how many car thieves do not have valid driver's licenses to begin with, the transportation minister said the province must do what it can to send a strong message to people that government is taking this issue seriously. Okay, cool. When are you going to do that? I understand that the carjacking is a serious problem. I understand that you need serious answers to said serious problem. I don't really know how taking the driver's licenses away from the violent felon finds its way into this conversation we're having. Car thieves who don't care about laws and don't carry their licenses with them. Right, you're not going to carry your identification on you as you steal someone's car. It's retarded. This law is retarded. Canada sucks, dude. It's a bad place. If you live there, go. Chileno, especially you. I've got 2 more things to mail you, and I got to fill a fucking thing out every time. It's a pain in my ass. I don't know why you know what? I'm upset about this, and I'm not even in Canada. Sid Saraf says, this actually works. I quit doing drugs years ago because someone told me it was illegal. Well, then in that case, I'm totally wrong. And you're totally right. Dante was just about to turn his life around and needs his license to get to class, says Tabaki. That's what it is. Ontario is for based criminals, says the one true Gunt. The Loon says, so did April leave to avoid my VIP package, or do I need to send you my info? Feels a little gay. If you haven't sent me my info yet, then you should send it to me if you haven't gotten that package. Yes, you absolutely should. One person says, but Brett Mack says, but have they heard the consequences yet? That's true. If they haven't heard that they could lose their license yet, they might hang back. They might not behave this way. Brett Mack says, instead of taking from them, how about we try giving to them? I'd like for the thieves to have 4 or 5 new holes in their sternum for aerodynamics. But wait a minute, but then they'll die. Oh. Hey, my Blacks are playing your Blacks this year in the NFL, says Michael B. Which Blacks are yours again? And how did you get me to say your I didn't mean to say your Blacks and my Blacks. You say your Blacks. I don't say my Blacks. But he got me. You notice I went, whose Blacks are your Blacks? Fuck. The Colts. That's twice in 3 years, isn't it? That we played Indianapolis, because we had the biggest comeback in NFL history against the Indianapolis Colts. That was a fun fucking game to watch. I mean, the parts I did watch. I remember April and I took the kids to the skating place, and we each had an earbud in, and we were listening to the game. She was watching the kids at the bouncy houses. I was watching them at the arcade, and I just text her. I'm like, this is bullshit. I'm like, do you want to turn this off? She's like, yeah. We turned it off. So we go to get some groceries and stuff. And as we are, I Googled the score, and the Vikings are within 14 points. We're like, holy shit, we better get home. We get home, watch the rest of the game, fucking come back, the whole deal. I threw my son up in the air. I almost killed him. It was great. I remembered to catch him, though. He was fine. And we beat the Colts. And the Colts were shit that year, too. It shouldn't have taken that much to beat them, but we did. It's nice. Went 13-4 that year. It was a little deceptive because we went 13-4 that year by beating teams like Indianapolis by 3 points. But a win's a win, right? Oh, Jesus. No. Not reading that. Sid Saraf says Vikings versus Rams at SoFi on October 24th, Thursday night. Just saying. Oh, you're saying, do I want to go to LA to watch the Vikings play the Rams? That would be interesting. I've flown by SoFi Stadium because I think it's on your descent to LAX. It's fucking nice. It looks like a really cool stadium. I like it. Nick the Milkman says, how much for a gift card? Are we going to do that tonight? I've got four $50 ones, but I guess anyone who gives it 20, anyone who throws 20 in, the first four, I'll give you a $50 Stoney's gift card that I've got right here. Fine. Chad's missing upper lip. No, of course not. No. Sid Seraph says, bring the smelly Italian with you. Genghis diff. I forgot we now have a Genghis Khan diff. He's starting us off tonight. He's now tied for third place, by the way, in the biggest donor race. We got $270.99 from Sid Seraph. We've got Hirohito diff with $160 and Victor with $100, who's now tied with Genghis diff. First place is getting a VIP. Second place is getting a $50 Midland Armory gift card. Third place is getting a steel toe hoodie. So, of your size. Genghis diff with $50 says, man's highest joy is in victory, to conquer one's enemies, to pursue them, to deprive them of their possessions, to make their beloved weep, to ride on their horses, and to embrace their wives and daughters. Oh, shit. Genghis Khan did not fuck around, boys and girls. 115 away from tonight's goal. Thank you guys very much. Nick the Milkman wants a Stonies. We'll get the man a Stonies. God damn it. Yep, there. Stonies 50. Nick the Milkman. There we go. Here's to make up for April getting... Guys, I'm serious. I don't want to talk about anybody else but me. There's enough rumors out there about everyone. I don't need to fucking help creepos and weirdos. Yule Gibbons with $5 says, did you send the offering plate? I'm running low on $5 bills. Yes, the offering plate did get sent out today with some other stuff. And then tomorrow I've got a bunch of shirts and shit that I need to send. 95 away. Thank you, Yule Gibbons, for the $5. You see, your game against the Titans is November 17th. Unique Name says, thought he dropped 50. Yes, we get 70% of it. So we take that math out of there. You got it? Hawk Not Top Gun says, how do I get on that Stonies? The next three people who throw in $20 are going to get Stonies, my friends. So we were going to save that till tomorrow, but Nick the Milkman wanted it. And, well, Nick the Milkman, we'll bend the rules for him. So Streamlabs, PayPal, and Venmo, if you'd like. Brett Mack says, I was in church praying for money, and just like that, a dude handed me a plate full of cash. Well, see, it works. All right, I think we're all... Oh, Coniferous Co. with $20. Oh, man, I sealed your envelope today and put it in the mailbox. I could have added it with your stickers and your other shit. Oh, man. Thank you, Coniferous Co. $80 away from tonight's goal, and now the next two people who give us $20 or more are getting a $50 gift card to Stonies. $80 away from tonight. Wow, thank you guys. If we go over tonight, should we just make that Keanu's pay for tomorrow? Or we just knock it off tomorrow? I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference. Did you guys see this King Charles thing? First of all, the dude's rotting away from asshole cancer, from what I understand. That's not pleasant to begin with. But then, Geese Hartel says, I Googled your name and holy shit, glad I didn't pay attention to all that YouTube drama. You need to find a radio gig again, right? Oh my God. Yeah, if you Google Steel Toe Morning Show, it's just people talking about what a motherfucker and a piece of shit. Oh no, the first thing that comes up is our YouTube channel. That's good. Oh, there's our Rumble and our Patreon, and this guy's a sexist. Actually, what I'm seeing here is... there's a Melton one. The rest, I'm seeing our shit. Facebook, all of that. Actually seems pretty tame to me. Hawk Not Top Gun says, Stonies, baby. All right, guys, make sure you send me your info. If you've already sent me your info, you don't need to for the Stonies stuff. Don't worry about it. Speedball Paul says, are you worried about your next potential girlfriend Googling your name? That's a very good question. No, I don't think so. Like I said, internet stuff doesn't bother me. And then the internet stuff doesn't bother me, and I feel like I can explain anything. Like, here's how you explain it. They go, wow, I checked, I Googled your name, your show's name, and holy shit. A lot of people think you're a piece of shit. I'm like, yep, that's the internet. That's how it works. Dark Fox says, are they all out of gift cards? No, I've got one left. The next person who throws us 20 is getting $50 to Stoney's. Thank you very much. April's Parents Hobby Farm says, get on the radio. I don't care if you can't say fuck or cunt, but that's when you're at your best. I agree with you. We're working on it. Radio moves remarkably slow. Remarkably slow. Dark Fox getting the last Stoney's. Perfect. Thank you, buddy. Send me your info if you haven't sent it already. He's getting the last $50 to Stoney's. So now you guys are just $50 away from today's goal. If you guys want to just knock it out, go bananas. I appreciate it. Speedball Paul says, maybe they will Google your name and it will have the same allure as a serial killer does to women. Sid Saraf says, should I make a curry diff account? Helgi says his next girlfriend is a mail-order bride from Taiwan that doesn't speak English. You guys do have good ideas. I'm stealing some of them. Not all of them. Some of them are depraved and disgusting. But some of them are pretty fucking good. All right, this Prince Charles thing. First of all, they made like a Vigo the Carpathian thing out of Prince Charles. They made this blood red paint, and then the blood red suit, and then they had his hands and face in it holding a sword. But somebody took the image and mirrored it, like they put it together. Take a look at this. What do you see? Just look at it. There's the divide. This is the painting. This is the painting mirrored. Just look at it. Tell me what you see. And tell me if you don't believe in the conspiracy theories where people say, like, the royal family and all of these other people are fucking lizards and devil worshippers and aliens and robots and shit. Tell me it's not the case right now. Look at that. What do you see? I'm going to check in with you guys to see what you think you see. Coniferous Co says, what day is the anniversary show? Saturday, August 10th. Let's see. The divide has a person or thing. No. Yeah, thank you, Sandy Squatch. A satanic goat head. There's fucking Baphomet in the middle. You've got Baphomet demon face staring you right in the eyes. How do you not see it? They're lizards and they live underground. Looks like a tampon rubbed against a wall. I mean, that's not incorrect either. Yeah, Hitler diff. A devil in the middle. Looks like Gary Oldman and Dracula with the Shroud of Turin in between. I see adrenochrome everywhere. There's no face or visage. It is simply the blood of young children killed in a traumatic way. Holy shit. Holy fuck. Let's go back. Let's take a look at it. Just take a good look at this fucking thing. There's a devil face. It's like a devil goat beast mouth thing. It's like the thing Brock Lesnar has on his shirts. It's fucking Satan, man. Look at, there's eyeballs right there. And like a long dragon snout kind of a thing. And then the head of the royal fucking family sitting right there covered in baby's period blood or baby blood or period blood. Can't be both. Babies don't have periods. Come on, Aaron. You went to health class. There's a devil and the king in the middle of the picture. The royal family are demons that live in England, but they're not originally from there. I'm telling you. My uncle is starting to really lose his mind, I've heard. That he's all into the conspiracy theories where, like, Nancy Pelosi is actually dead. And Nancy Pelosi has been replaced by a robot, like a robot drone thing. And the robot drone thing now acts like Nancy Pelosi, but the real Nancy Pelosi is actually dead. I don't know. People are like, oh, that's crazy. That's insane talk. That's something crazy people say. Sure, maybe, but I'd love to fucking talk to him about that shit. Are you kidding? Who wouldn't want to hear about that all goddamn day? About 250 of you hanging out here for the start of the show. Go ahead and hit like, hit subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Have you seen the video of King Butt unveiling the painting? He literally jumps with fright. No, I haven't. But I'll check it out. Tony says, wait, Corey Adam is your uncle? No, it's not. It's not a Corey Adam theory. Where's the reveal? Prince Charles painting. If there's video of the... Oh my God, he did. Prince Charles actually did jump back. He was scared shitless of his own... Watch this. So wait a minute, is he rotting to death from the asshole or no? Because like if I was rotting to death from the asshole, you wouldn't catch me doing a painting. I'd be like, fuck that, dude. I got so much shit to do. My asshole is literally the timer on my life. I'm not unveiling some period blood painting that some blue-haired feminist did. Scared the shit out of him, though. Smokeout Prod says it's like a jump scare. He jumps and turns away from the painting. Inoffensive Diff says, Aaron, I love this, but you should talk about you because everyone is tuning in to hear what you have to say. Look, I hate to disappoint those people. And I agree with Eugene Stoner. It does look like Vigo the Carpathian. It is the season of evil. Helgi says, unless you painted the painting with your asshole. That's true. After seeing the real painting, it seems that the devil one is a Photoshop. No. They mirrored the image and put them together, and the devil was there. I'm telling you, it's true. I'm choosing to believe it. Why? Because it's really fucking cool. My father and sister were demons, and a lot of my family are witches, says ... Fuck. Shit, I didn't know that. Yeah, I agree with Sandy Squatch. I think we've heard plenty about Aaron's personal life. Yeah, I don't really... There's nothing else I can tell you, you guys. I don't... I mean, if you have questions, ask them. If I feel comfortable answering them, I will. If not, I'm not going to. I said from the very beginning of this divorce thing, I'm only going to talk about me. I'm only going to talk about my shortcomings. I'm not like... I said this morning or last night, I said, if my marriage, if I did such a good fucking job, I wouldn't be getting divorced. So I'm not going to sit here and go, dude, I'm so great. I'm so amazing. I'm so incredible. It just all fell apart. I don't know how. No. I was not the right guy. I was not the right guy. And I didn't behave myself either. I didn't behave myself on a myriad of things. And luckily, I was able to stop doing the things that were bad. I was able to stop doing the things that I thought were, probably not the best for a father of 3 and shit like that. But again, I'm not going to talk about anybody who isn't me. That's their story to tell. They can tell it. Ozone says, any chance you'd consider going on MLC? How many times do I have to say I would go on if anyone contacted me? Of course I would. Little John says, Aaron, I don't know if you said it, but were you, I'm not going to get into specifics if you can respect that. Let's just, like I said, I did a lot of things that are not conducive to being a good husband. I did a lot of things that are not conducive to a strong and healthy marriage. I did a lot of bad shit. So I'm sorry, but I wish it were more exciting for you. You'll find a respectable woman to settle you down, said Tabaki. Well, thank you, buddy. This is happening now, and Aaron is getting traction, he says. Shortcoming, says T. Jefferson. Not enough wrestling impressions? Maybe that was it. It's a possibility. Smokeout Prod says, does it involve farm animals? What could it be? Hobo Chili Recipe says, any chance you would go on Atkins? Hobo Chili, I actually, I planked today. So I did work on my core, as it were. Michael B says, I'm a sociopath. Why are you trying to get better? The water is warm, brother. Look, man, I got to figure this shit out at some point in my life, right? Genghis Diff with 1999 says, conquering the world on horseback is easy. It is dismounting and governing that is hard. That Genghis Khan, man, I tell you. Genghis Diff is now officially in third place at $120. That also puts us 40 away, I believe, for this evening. I'll count that again. Yeah, so, I mean, if anybody has questions, go ahead and ask them. I'll answer what I can or what I feel comfortable answering. I won't answer what I can't. And I will not answer stuff about other people. Not for me. T. Jefferson says, you keep saying that. What were you doing that makes you a bad father? Endangering yourself somehow. Just making bad decisions, man. Making bad decisions, doing the wrong things. Things that don't help out your relationship. Things that don't make you a very responsible guy, I would say. And look, not proud of it, but it's done now. Did you get upset? Did you get upset at her when you couldn't find your gun? Yes, I did. I walked around my house going, where the fuck is my gun? Yeah, I know the one true Gunt wants me to talk about all kinds of shit. I'm not going to do it, buddy. It's my life. It's not your fucking plaything. He said that you could have an amazing show with this is the jumping off point. But he just says he is the bad guy and it's his fault. Bro, what a massive L. I'm not saying I'm the... No, I've never said that I'm the bad guy. I said I did a lot of shit wrong. I'm owning that. I'm with No Pen 15. What did No Pen 15 say? He says, blah, 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 get on with the show. I agree. I want to answer, like, there's some people here who are here for certain reasons, and I want to answer their questions as best I can. So they're happy. I'm trying to keep up with the goddamn text. Do you feel like a failure as a man now to have 2 failed marriages? Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Do I feel like I've failed? Yeah. I've used that term with many people many times now as I've talked about this. I've failed twice. I will say no good marriage ends in divorce. That's a Louis C.K. line, and it's absolutely true. But, yeah, you feel like a 2-time loser, a 2-time failure, for sure. Why do people care about Aaron's life, says Dark Fox? Just call him fat like everyone else. KF Sage with $5 says, yeah, boo-hoo here, and throws us $5. Is that my new theme? Is that what I say? Don't make bad decisions, make dad decisions. That's Helgi Diff. I have seen perfume advertisements more honest and forthright than this guy. Am I not saying what you want me to say? What would you like me to say that's not true that would make you happy? Speedball Paul, have you ever slept with a black person? No. Colombian. That's the closest I've gotten. Tabakai says, are you really going to church? Yeah, I go to a church. Can we start blocking people with repetitive questions, says No Pen 15. I told you a long time ago, I give my mods full authority. I respect them. Loaded Wrench becoming a member for 19 months says, I'm here to support you. Lord knows those legs won't. Hey, wait a minute. Everybody holds some blame. I'm sure Aaron didn't do it all by himself. Like I said, I will take my part of the pie home with me. KF Sage says, Aaron, for fuck's sake, I made you a song. The least you could do is fire it up. I'm going to catch up with the chat, and then we'll do that. There we go. All right, where are we at now? $35 away from going to overtime tonight. Thank you guys very much for your generosity. All right, Gone with the Queso Blues. Oh, this is fun. Sage, you made this by yourself?
Ireland's big and round. Oh, oh so fat and proud, with his belly full of queso, he struts through the crowd. But his wife had enough. She couldn't take no more, packed her bags and left him, walked right out the door.
Over queso. Now you
He
guys.
used to serenade her with his sweet melodies, but now he's all alone with his cheesy fantasies. No more late
People
night
visit.
snacking, no more love to share. Just Aaron and his queso, drowning in despair. Gone with the queso, gone with the love. Aaron's feeling blue with no one to hold above. Gone with the queso, gone with his dreams. Now he's all drowning in sorrow, it seems.
Oh, Sage, thank you very much. That is the that's getting bookmarked. There we go. Gone with the Queso Blues is what that one's called. That is beautiful. That was KF Sage who made that one. Oh, man, that was, thank you very much. Gone with the Queso Blues is the name of the song. New morning show intro song. Sean says, did you ever hear the other AI songs about you? I honestly did love the cold winter themed one. Haven't heard of it. All right, let's go do some other shit while you guys knock out the rest of that $35 tonight. Has been kind of a weird vibe to the evening show, hasn't it? You know what I think it is? I did the morning show by myself. And I did boxing and I did all that, and it's Wednesday. I think I'm just kind of I believe I'm just kind of wiped. You know? I think I'm just kind of showed out, if you will. Someone says, where is Matt tonight? Al B. Matt does not do Wednesdays. He doesn't work Wednesdays. Sage has another song, Bad Morning Blues. Oh, my God. Why are they all blues songs? Can't I get like a fun, upbeat song? Shit. Here's another one by Sage.
This morning feeling kind of blue. Aaron, I'm old host of the morning crew. Lost my woman, she's gone astray to a man named Kevin with a big dick display.
Wait, who's Kevin? Oh, Kevin Scampoli, motherfucker.
Should've listened, but she won't meet before. That Kevin Scampoli was nothing but a whore.
Fucking Scampoli.
But I couldn't see, I was blind and naive. Now my heart is shattered, and I just can't believe.
Oh, man.
All these bad morning blues got me down on my knees. Losing my wife, heartbreaking degrees. I should have taken mercy advice. Oh, what a fool I've been. Now I'm stuck here with this heartache and morning.
Oh, man. These are funny. See, I like the roasty shit about the divorce and everything. I like the jokes and the
this heartache that won't end.
Oh, thank you, KF Sage, for another banger of a fucking song, buddy. Thank you. Is it true that she moved to the Mississippi to be with Jake Hudson? I'm not confirming or denying any of these rumors. Absolutely. I'm not accepting them. The quality of this is incredible, says Helgi. It's really good. I was really impressed by it. Good job, Sage. You can play them at the anniversary show in between comics. That's a good idea. But the anniversary show is going to be a roast. I just, for the 10th anniversary, I wanted to do a roast. And for this one, I don't know. I just, the roast thing was kind of a cool idea to me. I want to get a lot of the old school people back, and I want to have a fun night. You know, I think it could be a really, really good time. Unique Name says, well, my Gimp Gently Weeps would be a banger for sure. Helgi says, I'm going to request those songs at Gino and Keanu's wedding. Do you like that song? I'm going to sing it at your funeral. All right, guys. Thank you. That was all very good. I enjoyed that. $35 away from tonight's goal. Knock it out. We'll do a half hour of overtime, and then we got 2 morning shows left. We got Keanu tomorrow, and then Gino on Rumble Friday, which is pretty exciting. What did My Lost Interest send me on Twitter? Then we'll get back into news stuff. Pot Awful is very happy that I've centered myself on the stream. Oh, so Carl says my divorce is a work, and then Chad defends me. What kind of fucking world are we living in? For the love of Christ. Should we see?
So let's listen to Carl.
Oh, no, I saw this today. This is what I watched today, right? When I super chatted into the old Z-Man? Okay. All right. I actually thought Chad did a really good job with that. But then again, he was defending me. Sean said, Carl admitted he's probably wrong. Well, then don't fucking talk, retard. Emergency show. Guys, it's an emergency. It's an emergency. We have to talk about this. I think Aaron's divorce is all a work. Guys, this could seriously just not be true. Now, I know whether it is or it is not probably affects my life nil, but still, guys, I'm empty for content, and I've seen it makes Melton a lot of money. So are we sure it's not a work? I don't know why he became Jiminy Glick at the end there. But yeah, it was just a retarded thing for him to do. It was a real gay and shitty thing for him to do, but I guess he needed it. I mean, he needed to do it. For whatever reason, Carl needed to do it. So no hair off my ass. Whether or not Carl is right or wrong about it being a work does not change what I have to go through in the following weeks and months. Oh man, let's go to the. Oh shoot! Hold on 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. April's Parents Hobby Farm. Call back in 60 seconds. Sorry, I did it again. I've done it again. Hold on a second. I've got this. I can do it. I'm not worthless. I promise. I'm not a useless bag of shit. I know that's the rumor, but I swear I'm not. All right. There we go. Boom. Boom. And we're good. All right. Now he'll call back and we'll get a great call for the rest of the show. Yeah, One True Gun. I don't know where you're getting your fucking crazy info from, brother. I really don't. He's door dashing on the show. The man is out of control. I'm not door dashing. Officer Krupke says you you super chatted Chad $10. Did you not? Yes. Ozone with $9.99. Says, quick question, who served the divorce papers? The streets are asking. My lawyer sent them. But I don't think it was unexpected. I don't, again, I can only speak for my side. I don't think anyone was, on my end, it was time to move on. And again, I'm trying to keep this habit of not mentioning anyone else. I don't think I was disagreed with, shall we say. I know one in particular that might be because I know for a fact he's a simp. Oh, me? I'm a simp? How dare you? How dare you? Ozone says, I appreciate the answer. Yeah, I mean, look, Again, I hate to disappoint you guys, but it's pretty fucking amicable. I mean, I would say as amicable as it gets. I mean, there's definitely, look, I mean, is me talking about it on the show something that's appreciated? I'm sure not. But that's why I'm agreeing. I won't say anything about anyone else. I'll just say things about me. That seems to be the best way to do it. Because, you see, the thing is, nobody gets to tell me what the fuck to say on my show. If you want to tell me what the fuck to say on my show, you can sit next to me and you can tell me on the air to, watch what I fucking say or whatever. But I will decide what I say on my program. However, I'm not a fucking monster and an asshole and a piece of shit. I will only talk about my end of things because the rest is someone else's story to tell. It's not mine. I don't see how that's a problem at all. My Lost Interest says, will there be a custody battle for Gordy? No, I've got Gordy. And in my opinion, both parties have been really cool with that shit too, with the who takes what and who gets what. I have no complaints about the other party in all this. Zero complaints. It's over. It's done. You know what the wonderful thing about divorce is? The wonderful thing about divorce is that all the bad stuff is gone now. It's gone. It's done. The bad stuff is over. I don't have to deal with the bad stuff anymore. She doesn't have to deal with the bad parts of me anymore. That's the nice thing about divorce. You don't have to care. Like I said, everybody gets to say their piece when these things happen. Okay. I'm just looking at what I can say and what I can't. Gordy is not masculine enough for April. Gordy is the only part I care about in all this. Taste Fairy says, divorce can be amicable, My dad's second divorce was easy because they didn't have kids. Exactly. That's the easiest part of this one, too. Sid Saraf says, my divorce was very amicable. In fact, no lawyers involved. It's just always, for me, it's just easier that way. No, Mind Scepter. Some shit I'm almost embarrassed to read. No, Aaron, you two should be miserable together forever, right? Let's go to the phones. April's Parents Hobby Farm. What's up, buddy?
This is George Strait, actually.
Oh, sorry, George Strait. I apologize.
I'd like to sing you a song.
Oh, God, George Strait's going to sing me a song. I've been waiting for this my whole life.
Oh, my ex is living Litchfield. And Litchfield is a place I really love to be. But oh, my ex is living Litchfield. That's why I hang my head in Somalia to St. Cloud.
Thank you, George Strait. I appreciate you for changing the words for me. The One True Gunt says 98% of the chat are on your side, hence the increasing watchers. Trolls are going to troll, but people want you to absolve yourself. What do you want me to? You want me to specifically say what I did? I'm not ready. I'm not ready to tell you exactly what I did. I've told family, and I've told very close friends. That's it. And some of those very close friends don't know everything. That's it. I'm not ready yet. And I'm not going to incriminate anybody else in anything else. Just me. That's all that matters. People acting like this is the first divorce ever. Half our parents are divorced. Some of us are. Call in, share your wonderful divorce. Eric W. says divorce talk every 5 minutes is getting old. I agree, but, look, we've got some new audience members. They want to talk about it. I figure talk until you're blue in the face and then move on. I can't afford a vasectomy, so I just sit on top of the microwave whenever it's in use, says Nana's Clams. There you go. Mindy said Aaron is hot because he's being real. All my divorces have gone well because I never got one, says Will Heron. Oh, look at you showing off. You lucky son of a bitch. I think, maybe not. Hobo Chili Recipe says, wait, did you touch a child? No, I did not touch a child. No. Oh. Yeah, that Sean says, turns out everyone saying their piece equals everyone start trying to trick Aaron to shit. No, you're not going to trick me to shitting on anybody. I have nobody to shit on. I'm telling you right now. I'm catching up. Aaron's hot because he's eating soup. You should bring on Pod Awful. I did tell Jesse I might bring him on tonight. We'll see. I'm just ignoring people in the chat. You know what it is? I started out by trying to be noble and like, hey, there's a lot of rumors out there, guys. Here's what's up. Here's what I've done. I'm getting divorced. My show. Not going to talk about anybody else because it's my show. It's not theirs. Talk about me. And then I'm just like, that'll be fine. And then the whole chat, this, that. Come on, give me this, give me that. I'm sorry. Rocky with $10. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate it. Where does that put us? We're almost done for the night, aren't we? Oh my God, $15 away from tonight's goal. Thank you guys very, very much. Oh, they're asking about the sippy cup. Sippy cup is right. There you go. Oh. The One True Gun says, yeah, I get that. Being noble on the internet with known grifters will make you end up on the losing end by a mile when they release the info. Look, man, there's no info to be released. I'm telling you. This is what I'm going to tell you right now. Nothing you're going to get from me is going to incriminate anybody else but me. That's it. Let's go to the Peeping Tom story at the Nordstroms. I feel like a lot of the OG listeners now are starting to get a little fucking annoyed. And I understand. I get it. I can go in any direction. We can take this show anywhere you guys want to go. But I know some of the OGs are probably getting a little pissed about all the D-word talk. So this woman was in a changing store at a Nordstrom's in Colorado, and some guy was in the next stall with his phone stuck under the wall recording her. Now, first of all, in stories like this, I never go right to the easy part, which is, oh, what a fucking creep. Well, we all know he's a creep. He's a peeper, whatever. It's the easiest thing you can say. Oh, he's creepy. I want to know the mindset of someone who thinks they're going to sneak a phone underneath the stall of a changing area and get away with it. Like, that amazes me. That's the part I want to know. Like, what made you think that you were going to put that phone under there and she wasn't going to see it? And what are you going to see? Are you going to get it so perfect that you're going to get a shot of her pussy? I mean, you're just as liable to end up getting a shot of the fucking ceiling. But she caught him. And she decided that she wasn't just going to yell at the guy. She wasn't just going to bust the guy for peeping and then tell the store manager. She was going to take matters into her own hands and throw them all fucking into a headlock. Here we go.
Put it. Why do you want me to put them? Just stop, man. Just stop. Relax.
Okay, you're not going anywhere. If you relax, it's going to be a lot easier for you.
Dude, how fucking embarrassing. What a pussy. By the way, she had him in this headlock for 20 minutes. What a fucking pussy you are that a woman can hold you in that for 20 minutes. That's the worst part of this. I would have admitted to the peeping wholeheartedly and just stayed there versus having a woman put me in a headlock. I would have sat Indian style on the ground, all cross-legged and shit, waiting patiently for the cops to get there rather than sit there for 20 minutes struggling with a woman while she held me in noogie position. Oh, this is a bad look, brother.
Okay, listen, we're going to keep holding on to you, okay? But if you keep resisting, it's going to get tighter.
In training.
It's going to get harder. Okay?
I'll rip your fucking neck.
there's a lot of people that are going to stop you. So just relax.
Yeah, bro, stay in that headlock because I believe a clothesline and a chair shot is next. It's not going to be pretty. They knock you down, they're going to hold you down and give you the concerto.
I feel you tense. Just relax,
You're
buddy.
holding the wrong person. This is why men don't belong in women's fitting rooms.
I couldn't agree more.
Simp. Fucking, you hear that guy? I couldn't agree more. Well, yeah, what are you going to do? Argue with her? Oh, I think guys should be allowed in there in certain circumstances. Yeah, Rexy, I don't think this one's got the distance. Oh, there she is. Oh, see, now look at how humiliating that is. That looks like the thumbnail for an amateur dom porno. Ooh, is that's like one of those pornos where it starts with the guy breaking in and then she just sucks his dick? And why do you have to dress like a creepy filming upskirt photo dressing room guy? Like, can't dress like the oppressor, buddy. Oh, she's just got him. She's just sitting on him. You think he's got half a chub, though, in that position? It's possible. Just a woman holding you down. Basically toying with you while she waits for the cops to get there. Ooh, that's a bad look, brother. You know what would probably be fun, says Mary Jake. What it? Eric W. says, just relax, man, or you'll end up with a knee in your neck. Well, he's not George Floyd, for God's sake. He's a white guy. It's not going to happen. I mastered the foot sweep with all toe, says Joe the Toe. Tabakai says, it reminds me a bit of a... you son of a bitch. Speedball Paul says, do you like to be dominated by women, Aaron? Not really, no. I like to walk hand in hand with my gals. You know what Jesse Lee Peterson would say? Beta! Loaded Wrench says, you were peeping. That's the best way to end it. It's like, yeah, it's like a fictional movie to her. Thank you, Tabakai. I love you too. You motherfucker. You almost that goddamn close, you little bastard. I tell you what. $15 away from tonight's goal. Thank you guys very much for your generosity. Tony says, what the fuck type of porn are you watching lately? You've never seen the pornos where the guy will like break it? I've seen those for years. The guy breaks in, he's got the ski mask on, so the chick just sucks his dick. No. Maybe it was, you know what? College was weird, I guess. Helgi says, where's your girlfriend Crunchy? I don't know. I don't know where Crunchy's been the last couple days. Speedball Paul says, you know, of you being on Jesse PS, Melton won't cover it. I don't know. I've never been on Jesse's show, but he's been on here. He wants to talk to me about the whole Mersh thing, and I just, I gotta be real straight with you guys. I'm very interneted out today. I don't have a high threshold for it to begin with. But, like, when I got people writing to me, I fucking hate it. Like, one thing I've hated since even in radio, I fucking hated this, is when people go, you know, oh, did you say this? Did you say that? Did you say this? Did you say that? And I'm like, fucking listen to it. I stand by everything I say. Go fucking listen. Oh, I heard you said this. I heard you said that. Nope. Go fucking take a peek. Nothing to hide. Go take a look. You better not say that. Like, nobody fucking tells me what to say on the air. That's fucking obnoxious. So no. That's why when I started talking about this shit, I went only about me. Anything that's not about me, moving on. Donald Trump challenged Joe Biden to a debate, and apparently they've already agreed to one, and it's going to be at the end of June. And this next clip I'm about to play worries me, because it either means that they're like planning some kind of disease release, like an album drop, or it means that Joe Biden's a chicken shit who doesn't want Trump to look good in any of these debates. We'll talk about it in just a second. I got to catch up with a couple of people here. Lance with $9.99 Says the shows have been flowing really well lately. You honestly seem relaxed and let the vibe come to you. Keep it up and keep rolling. Well, thank you, Lance. I still have PTSD from Lance. Because Lance started out not thinking I was any good. So every time he compliments me, I just kind of go, well, hold on a fucking minute with this. What's coming? Mike's comedy edit. So is Mersh a friend of the show still? No, I still like Revenge of the Sis. I wish, Mersh went off for 3 or 4 days on this show. I haven't heard any of it, but apparently apparently he was very upset about the Jesse PS thing. That's unfortunate. That's too bad, but I don't know what to say. Red Fox Mad says, check out this news story and sends in $10. Let's see. 5, 12. We got $5 left until we're done for the night, guys. Well, I'm sorry, not done for the night. I mean, the goal is done for the night. And then everything after that goes towards tomorrow's goal. And then everything after tomorrow's goal goes to Keanu's pocket. So if you're feeling generous tonight, it will go towards Keanu. Pot Awful would be a good co-host, brother. Yes. Mike's comedy edit said it was 9 hours of seething. Is that what it was? It was 9 hours of he wasn't happy about the Jesse PS thing? Should we bring... I'm thinking about bringing Jesse in around 9 o'clock and maybe just having him on for overtime. Maybe. Mersh is an annoying drunk with annoying super chats at 7 a.m. Well, I mean, some people certainly feel that way. I'm not going to stop him from feeling that way. Everybody gets their opinions. Sid Saraf says, I don't get it. When you had Pot Awful on, you complimented Mersh a lot. I know, I did. I said, Jesse, what's with the Mersh thing? I like Mersh. Why you got to be such a cunt to Mersh? Same thing with Royce. I said, I'm a big Royce fan. Stop with the Royce shit. Didn't bother Jesse any. Speedball Paul says Melton got really jealous about Pot Awful being on, and he didn't want to cover it. You make him co-host, and NLO goes away. I don't really care if Patrick goes away or not. I actually think that some of the stuff, somebody sent me a clip of Melton that I thought was really funny. It was April's solo show. And he goes, can April fly solo? No. Next question. I actually have it fucking saved on my phone. I just thought it was a funny line. That's all. He's not happy with me, though. He thinks what did he say? He thinks I'm gaslighting. I'm not gaslighting. I just don't have a full story to tell you. I'm not going to tell other people's shit. I'm not going to rat on other people. And I'm not ready to... Look, in time, you will get my... I mean, you know what? No, fuck that. You already have gotten my story, my side of the story. And I'm not giving you my side of the story. I'm not going to sit here and go, I did this, I was good with this. No, obviously I wasn't. Obviously I fucking sucked at it. Nobody gets divorced because they were really fucking awesome at their marriage. Nobody gets divorced because they're like, dude, I kicked ass all the time. She was just a fucking cunt. No. That's not how any of this works. Oh. We know you are dying to tell everything. I'm really not. It's not that exciting of a story. Jason Hughes with $5 says, how I know the split from April is real. Gino would be disgusted with you if it was a bit. 1,000% Jason Hughes. A lot of people would be very upset with me. A lot of people I care about would be very upset if I did something like that for a bit. And I wouldn't. All right. No, Tabakai. No. Yeah, see, that's the thing about all this now is with the divorce and everything. Like my messages and my inbox and my DMs and everything. I've got so many new friends that want to hear from me. Hey, man, I really like your show now. Wait, what do you know about this? I'm like, nope. You motherfucker. No. By the way, we've knocked everything out today, guys. Thank you very much. Everything else goes towards tomorrow morning and our show with Keanu. All right. Continuing on. Yeah, I think I'll let the audience decide. Jesse at 9 o'clock or no? Jesse PS at 9 o'clock. Here we go. Yes or no? We'll start the poll. It'll go up in the chat, and you guys can decide what you'd like. There you go. Smoke Out Prods. Oh, Tabakai says, members only stream once the divorce is final and you tell all. No. Like, not everything's for the internet. You know? Not everything's for the internet, boys and girls. People are fun. People are fun. Michael B says, don't do a heel turn. Jesse is AIDS. Well, yeah, Jesse's AIDS. But it's also a free half hour. I will tell Jesse this, is if he tries to do any, like, digging or anything on divorce shit or anything like that, I'll cut that out. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do anybody, like, you know, trying to cheap shot or anything like that. That's not what I'm looking to do. What is this one? Ooh, what did they clip out? What did the internet find and clip out? Okay, a development. Ozone with $9.99 says, quick question, who served the divorce papers? The streets are asking. My lawyer sent them. But I don't think it was unexpected. Yeah, I don't, again, I can only speak for my side. Yeah, everyone does this thing with, like, whoever served the things first, that's who wanted it. It's like, no, that's not always how it works. That's not always how it works. I'm telling you. It's not always, oh, you sent the papers, so you want, no. Nope. My lost interest says Carl. Oh, the Carl Chad thing. Okay. Pot off. Jesse, we'll bring you on at about 9 if this poll goes all right. Right now, 73% of the audience wants you on. And we'll bring about 20. We'll give you about 20 or 30, I suppose. Taste Fairy says, why is Eddie Guerrero in the title picture? Eddie Guerrero was in the title picture or in the thumbnail because we have a story about Latinos getting heat. So it was Latino heat. That's look, they can't all be home runs, all right? They can't all be home runs. God, the fucking internet is a buzz with my shit, isn't it? Oh my God. And I try to give you as much as the straight talk here as I can, but the internet just runs with fucking everything. Bradley with $10. Thank you very much. Shannon with 5. Appreciate that. So we're 15 into tomorrow morning. If you guys want to make Kiki's job any easier, go ahead and throw a couple of bucks out. 30-year-old Ray DeVito says, will we ever get the story on how April fell so behind on getting out merch? She just, I don't think, cared about the job as much anymore. That's about it. Jesse PS and Steel Toe should team up against Melton. I don't know. I don't need to be on with... Oh, no, I wouldn't mind. No, I don't need to team up with anybody against Melton, though. How much easier could Kiki's job possibly be, says Nana's Clams. Dude, Kiki does an awesome fucking job on this show. And the audience is really starting to like her. She does such a good job on the program. I'm very happy with the job Keanu does. All right, let's get to some of this stuff. So Trump challenges. I feel like I'm being very loosey-goosey tonight. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like the quality of tonight's show. I'm not sure if it's my best work. Art the Clown says, if you did a $100 minimum super chat for a small detail in response, you would make a fortune. Yeah. Here's the problem with that. Guys, look, we'll rap about it. We'll talk about it. from my days on the radio, I've always been very open about me, about myself. But at the same time, it's tricky when being honest about yourself could, it could tell, I'm not here to gossip on other people. I'm here to gossip about me. That's what I'm here to gossip about. That's all. So I guess what I would say is respect that. That's where I'm at this point, and we'll move on. Okay, the Trump-Biden. I know this is a really clunky transition, but the Trump-Biden thing. And I know that my personal life is interesting. I'm not discounting you that. If I can discount all you guys, whether you like me or you hate me, if I can give you that what's going on in my personal life is very interesting and you want to know more, I acknowledge that. Then acknowledge this for me, that I don't feel comfortable divulging any more than I've divulged already. Does that sound good? I think we can come to common ground on that. Perfect. If Speedball Paul, talk to your fans. He's blowing right past that part. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get to this Trump-Biden thing. This is for the OGs. Hit like, hit subscribe. Thank you, guys. For all these new people who come in here and they're like, oh, we love the show. We think you're great. I haven't seen the subs go up in a commensurate rate. So I can't really sit here and read all your chats and take you seriously and want to talk to you about what's going on in my life when you can't even simply hit a subscribe button. You piece of shit. The communications director for Joe Biden's campaign is okay with Biden and Trump debating in June, but he says there has to be no audience. Could these people be more transparent in the fact that they have absolutely no faith in their boy not to fuck this up? Because Biden's going to fuck it up hard, really bad. Let's go ahead and check this out. This was from CNN today.
It should be, yes, in studio with no audience so that the candidates can clearly articulate their vision for the country.
Is an audience a deal breaker? Is an audience a deal breaker for you?
Listen, it's Donald Trump who said he would do this anytime, anywhere, any place. So
what a spin. Oh, it's Donald Trump who said he would do it anytime, anywhere, any place. So we'd like to pussy out and say no audience. I mean, it's a pretty transparent move. Of course, Biden doesn't want a live audience. I mean, who's going to get motivated and cheer and clap for a guy who's, this guy, he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know. He's not smart. Nobody's going to clap for that guy. But the guy goes, this guy here, this Biden, he's a piece of shit. Everybody knows it. He's a failure. He's terrible. Your groceries need to be cheaper. Trump is going to run circles around him, and people are going to want to clap, and it's going to make Biden look like even more of a doddering old shit. So, of course, Biden's people don't want there to be an in-studio audience. They want it to be silencio. So then after the debate, all of the people on the news channels that they own and control can tell you how great Joe Biden did and how much he kicked Donald Trump's ass. This is not rocket science.
I don't think that they should have any problems with what we have proposed. He's the one who said he's ready to go. So we should be set to go once we have proposals in from networks.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, see? Well, that's the truth of it then. Donald Trump's just a giant fucking pussy if he doesn't say yes to our offer to debate with no crowd. What is this, COVID? Why don't you guys do what you did last time when you wanted empty arena debates? Just release a virus. Just find a new illness and then release it, and we'll all get sick, and then we'll all be too scared to go to the debate, and you can do it that way. Fucking earn it is what I'm trying to say. Red Fox Mad with $4.99 says, new rule, if you want to be a mod wrench, you have to have a subscription on Rumble and YouTube. What the fuck? Is Red Fox Mad making my rules for me now? The hell? I didn't know. I leave the chat for 5 minutes to talk about something and play a clip, and Red Fox Mad is making new rules. Your Biden impression is magic. Fuck you, Speedball Paul. There are many debates without a live audience. No, I know there are many debates without a live audience. What I'm saying is they're specifically asking for one. Or they're specifically asking for the debate not to have a live audience. So the fact that usually they schedule 3 of them and there's an audience, no audience, an audience. The fact that they're talking about doing one and they're specifically saying no audience, to me, that's telling. Biden shits his pants blowing out his birthday candles. That's a rumor, sir. How dare you? Taste Fairy says, I just realized we have 2 or 3 Trump-Biden debates in a few months. Are they going to do 2 or 3? Wow. Bridget Von Hammerdiff says, Red Fox brought COVID to the last anniversary show. Was that Red Fox Mad who gave us all COVID? Oh, okay. They're saying the Jesse fans are upset. We're going to bring Jesse. I said 9 o'clock. I live in Central Time. I'm in the fucking farms in Minnesota. Quit being cunty. Chip Galloway says, if I come to the anniversary event, will you be my cornhole partner? You know what, Chip Galloway? After everything we've been through, after all the shit you've said about me, after all the shit I've said about you, yeah. You know what? Sure. I will be your cornhole partner if you show up at the anniversary party. There you go. That'll be a sign of unity, as it were. All right, let's go into this. I think Red Fox Mad sent us this. U.S. Postal Service driver cited for speeding, allegedly racing other driver. I don't know if this is any good. I literally had this sent in by a fan, so I'm going to play it.
Is there a reason you're going over 100?
You heard that right. Over 100. A Sandusky County Sheriff's deputy pulled over a USPS driver in Washington Township on April 21st. According to the police report,
that's like a big ass, like a van, like a conversion van almost, and they're doing 100 miles per hour. That's kind of impressive. I mean, take the whole like highly illegal part out of it. To get that thing cooking up that high and still be able to maneuver, good for her.
Postal Service driver was on US 20, apparently racing another driver in a Mustang. When she was pulled over, she said she wasn't paying attention and didn't know the other driver. She was cited for going 100 in a 60. We reached out to USPS and was told the woman is one of their employees and the situation is under investigation.
Never go that fast, of course, unless I'm chasing a cute chick in a Ferrari. So she's something wrong there. She's too cute to work for the post office. I don't like it when people are in jobs they're too attractive for. It makes everyone else look bad, honestly. Evil Gandhi says, hey, wait now. Postal is federal. Police have no authority. Oh, shit. KV Rustbelt says it was probably Ricada in his Mustang. God damn. Does that guy ever... Racing mail trucks now, too? This is getting too irresponsible. Gloated Wrench says, I was wondering why I got my check early. Hey-o. Not far from me, and it was real. She was racing a Mustang, says Amanda Hug and Kiss. I mean, do you really give a fuck about your post office job? You're driving a truck for the post office. So, like, if they're like, oh, man, you're fired for driving 100. I mean, kind of want to. It's not like you're losing a gravy. Although, I was going to say it's not like you're losing a gravy gig. But at the same time, you kind of are. I mean, that's a federal gig, man. You work there for like 30 years. You get a pension paid out that's more than what you made while you were working there. It's one of those kind of deals. Post office pays well, says Evil Gandhi. Yeah, no, Loaded Wrench, I agree with you. I can't believe she got that mail van going that fast. Tabakai says, what is that lock screen photo? It's my daughter and I. My 10-year-old and I are on my lock screen. I don't want to show you more of my daughter's picture. We're at the fire table making funny faces. I thought it was a really nice background photo. You fuck. Hobo Chili Recipe says, wait, but I have a Mustang. God damn it, I have a vagina. Don't beat yourself up too bad. Don't beat yourself up too bad. Corinne Jean-Pierre opened her mouth and something retarded came out. You want to hear it? I don't know. This chick, there's some days, man, where I feel bad for her. I do. Genuinely, I feel bad for her. Because she was given the job because she's a black lesbian. And when you're given a job because you're a black lesbian, you're probably not, like, super good at it. Otherwise, you would have been given the job because you're super good at it, not because you're a black lesbian. So Karine Jean-Pierre has to go up there and, like, carry water for the Biden administration every day, but, like, sometimes she decides to freestyle, and it really, really fucking sucks. Let's check this out. Karine Jean-Pierre says she can't comment on the president and his court cases. Let's check this out and find out why. We got a little quiet part out loud here.
Is it appropriate for Speaker Johnson to show up at the trial of the former president today?
So look, I can't speak to, don't want to comment, obviously, as this is related to 2024 elections, and I can't speak.
What? Hold on. Wait, what was that? One more time? Can you answer that one more time slowly? You can't answer anything about the court case because it's related to the 2024 election. How so? Interesting. What do you mean? I thought that was a separate thing with the judicial system, was something Donald Trump did with the Stormy Daniels thing back in 2015. What does that have to do with the 2024 election? Huh? What?
Was it appropriate for Speaker Johnson to show up at the trial of the former president today?
So look, I can't speak to, don't want to comment, obviously, as this is related to 2024 elections, and I can't speak to the speaker's schedule. That is something for him to decide on.
Oh, okay. That is interesting. That's an interesting little tidbit there. She's too dumb, though, to have done that on purpose. That's not like, oh, man, oh, look at, she said the quiet part out loud. She's too dumb for that. That was just her, like talking, and just a stupid thing came out. Smokeout Prod says, did you see the Fox reporter cough and it sounded like he said bullshit and Karine called him out? No. Is that a recent one? Is that like the last couple of days here? Because I could search for that one on Twitter. We'll play it. He really did go with the cough bullshit thing. That's kind of fun. I love how, like, ever since Trump, that whole media room has become a fucking circus of, like, unprofessionalism. Like, oh, Smokeout Prod says it was just a few days ago. Okay, I'll go look for it. But, like, ever since not George Stephanopoulos, who's the cunt? Who was the CNN twat? You'll know who I'm talking about when Trump was president. Jim Acosta. When Jim Acosta would be a passive-aggressive little twat towards Trump, and Trump's finally like, get the fuck out of here. Like, that's when all the professionalism just completely left the press room for the White House. And now, like, under Karine Jean-Pierre, it's been even worse. The red-haired chick had it under control for a while because she was kind of a hard ass. But Karine Jean-Pierre has completely lost control of that room to the point where they're apparently yelling bullshit at her. Oh. Okay, let's try to find this thing. Magdia says you knocked out the goal without asking for donations more than once. Just saying. Well, I know. Maybe it'll happen tomorrow too. We'll see. Karine Jean-Pierre, Fox News. Let's see if I can find this clip. April 20th, that's not it. September 21st, that's not going to be it. Oh, shit. Would we go Karine Jean-Pierre cough? Could go with that one. Peter Ducey, that's February 9th. Fuck. How are we going to find this thing? If somebody finds it, put it up in the Rumble chat maybe. KGP cough. Oh, okay. Is this the one we're thinking? No, it's June 2nd, 2023. Oh, fuck. If you find it, send it to me. I can't seem to locate it, my man. But thank you. Strib says, can you please unban my main account? You know, what should we do? What should we do with some of these people that want to get unbanned? What should we do? Because, like, I want to let some of them go. Like, I want to unban some people. Because there are some people who have been like, look, I respect the way you're handling this, so on and so forth. Tabakai says make them pay $25 and then give you their... Okay. If you have a banned account and you want it cleared, Red Fox Mad says you should have to pay $100. I don't know about that. I don't know if I should. Eric W. says ban their second accounts. What do you think? I don't want to charge them $100. That seems egregious. Speedball Paul says just clear it. Strib says, I respect the way you're handling this, but I will not pay $25. Sketty Tooth John says, I'll pay $25 to unban Citizen M. I reserve the right to ban the motherfucker back if he starts being a cunt. That's the only thing. If you start being cunty again, One True Gun says, I would drop $100 for each juicy divorce thing. It's not worth it to me. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. I have a serious goal of this being remarkably amicable and quick and painless. I would love that. All right. Here's what we'll start with. $20 and I'll immediately unban your first account if you let me know what it is. And then if you don't want to pay $20, if I notice you're on really good behavior over the course of like a week or two, I'll give you the unban. How's that? You already said you would unban Citizen M. Did I really say that? Rusty Grammar says, I'll just ban that homosexual after he pays you anyhow. SH says, or go through randomly and unban a bunch of people at once. Luck of the draw. Ooh, fun. Save face and clear the list. We'll see. There's Sketty Tooth John paid to get somebody unbanned, and he asked for a couple of other people, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to unban a couple other people. I've got them written down here, misdemeanor and one other one that Sketty Tooth John wanted me to unban. I'll do that. Let's go to this, the reason why Eddie Guerrero is on the thumbnail for tonight's episode, and that is Latino heat. Very simple, very easy. The Latino heat thing. Apparently, a Latino group in San Diego is blasting the Labor Council for racist remarks one of their officials made. Ooh, fun. And it's a woman. I hope it's a white woman, because when white women are racist, it's always good because they don't know how racist they're being. Remember when we would always, like, April would always say a term that she didn't know was racist, and we would all just get to go, oh, and clutch our pearls and just really make her feel bad about saying something racist? Like, I think she said the J word for black people once, and she didn't know that that was a racist term. Oh. Or when we asked April, hey, do you know any Jews? And she said Goldman Sachs. And I was like, fucking perfect. Fucking beautiful. Unreal. The kid had some chops, did she not? The kid had some chops. So let's do this next story. I really hope this is a white woman who was completely blindsided by these allegations because she had no idea she said something racist, but it was really racist. Like, I hope it was like an Eric Adams thing where he's like, hey, we got a lot of Mexicans coming over here who can swim. Let them be lifeguards. I like that, and I like that he's not getting too much shit for it. Let's hit play on this story and
You've heard
see
our
where it
jingle.
goes. Oh,
We
of
know.
course they have to do an ad first. I forgot that all these news stations are broke now. So we got to wait a minute. A woman who's the operations manager at a plumbing place? Well, I've lived too long then. My goodness, there's 4 women at that plumbing place. What's this world coming
San Diego
to?
Labor Council to resign after what they call racist remarks at a public.
Yep, it's a white lady, Bridget Browning. Oh boy. She said, I love all Hispanics. My Hispanic maid cleans the bathroom and she makes everything all spick and span. Don't say that.
Rally. Good evening, everyone. I'm Anna Laurel in for Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. As CBS 8's David Gottfredson reports, the political back and forth involves Bridget Browning, who is white, who made controversial remarks using Spanish slang words.
Ooh. She calls someone a pendejo.
Ya basta! Ya basta! Ya basta! Ya
Enough is enough was the chant Tuesday
I
by
hope she said the
Latino
N-word
leaders
in
and
Spanish.
allies in front of the county administration building. The group is protesting remarks 2 weeks ago made by the head of the San Diego Labor Council.
You know what's obnoxious about white people? It just bothered me now. It just washed over me. That white people are now doing this thing, or they always have done this thing, where like when another group of people want to show that they're upset or they're offended about something, the white people will show up to also be upset and offended about that something that this race of people was supposed to be offended by because it was their race that got like offended in the first place. Like you don't see black people and Latinos doing that when white people get upset or offended by something. They're like, let me go join the white people's charge and hold signs for them. No. They know that they're like, oh, this is some old white people shit. And then they stay the fuck out of it. That's the same way it should be with fucking white people for this shit. Let Hispanics have this.
Bridget Browning, where she criticized County Supervisor Board Chair Nora Vargas.
Through her word choices,
What'd she say?
Bridget Browning made implications about Chair Vargas that are shocking and unacceptable.
Browning is a white woman who, during a Labor Council rally, used a Spanish slang phrase meaning badass to call out Vargas.
So I want to talk about our chair, the chingona.
The what? Chinquana? You can't say badass in Spanish? Fucking stupid. This is a controversy? So it's a white lady trying to be hip. This is how all white lady racism starts. They're trying to be cool, but they're naturally uncool. They're not fun. Guys have to make them fun. So she's trying to be playful and cute, but the problem is she's dumb, and she said something stupid and racist. Okay, you know what? Give him a pass on this one. Move along to the next thing.
Who says she's here for workers, but she's making backroom deals with Desmond and Anderson.
Browning then started a chant using another Spanish phrase that some Latino leaders describe as racist and demeaning.
So I wanted to do
Wet back. It's a hell of a chant to get going. Why were so many people following it?
a chant.
I'm going to start a chant. Everybody clap your hands. Run. Run, run, the patty roller gets you.
No Nora. No Nora.
Arnulfo Manriquez is the CEO of the economic development nonprofit MAC.
Those that know our language well clearly understood that Bridget mockingly implied that Chair Vargas was performing sex acts with her male colleagues.
Whoa! Is that what that meant? I thought he was going to say like goats or donkeys or something. I was like, Jesus, how deep does this rabbit hole truly go? But no, she's saying she's been fucking all the dudes at the office. Jesus Christ, these women are fighting dirty in this campaign. She's a badass. She's a, what is it? The other lady's fucking everybody. CB experiment. I love this one. This lady is dressed like an offensive 90s comic. Art the Clown says Chengan is an upgrade, meaning biggest badass. Well, how is that? That's not terrible, is it? I mean, the other one where she says she fucks everybody, it's a bit rich. Mary Jacob says, how is there not a single other human in sight at this rally? I think they were all behind the camera. She is more racist than I am, says Michael B., and I'm pretty racist. You know what? Don't sell yourself short there, Michael B. I've seen you be way more racist than that. Don't beat yourself up. She looks like Samoa Joe in those jeans. Michael B. says the lighting in this basement is a chef's kiss. Keep it up. Do you like it? I feel like in the evening we need something a little extra. Are you still thinking about having a company make new T-shirts? I think that was mentioned a couple weeks ago. I think we're going to go with an online service for the next ones because when I ordered the VIPs that we were all behind on, it it's going to take a long fucking time because it's spring and summer sports season, and we're like kind of at the back of the line, so to speak. Fun Dip says, Aaron got that Dracula flow haircut. No, I don't. No. I do, though. That's the problem. I want to tell that guy he's wrong. But instead, I just have to lash out at him because I have no other way to cope with this. You guys want to hear something really funny? We got a couple things. We'll bring Jesse on at 9 o'clock. But first, I want to show you guys a couple things that are really funny. You're going to love this one. This is Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom was giving a speech, the governor of California. And, you've seen some of those, the news coverage. Oh, boy. Christ. All right. I know that you've seen all the news coverage of like the stuff in LA and all of that shit and San Francisco and all the homeless encampments. I want you to think about that for a second. And then I want you to listen to what Gavin Newsom is about to say. And then we'll discuss.
If there's any good news, and I'll close on this officially, state of California see a decline in veterans homelessness. We have a national model. What Proposition 1 did is it reinforced that model, provided more resources to advance that model, and we're very excited to get those dollars to work.
California has provided the model for what with homelessness? One more time, Gavin.
If there's any good news, and I'll close on this officially, state of California see a decline in veterans homelessness. We have a national model. What Proposition 1 did is it reinforced that model, provided more resources to advance that model. You
hear that? California is the model on reducing homelessness for veterans. I don't know what ass he's pulling that whole we have a drop in homeless veterans number out of. I don't know. But I don't believe him. California has provided the model. Gruesome Newsom is looking bad. Time always wins. He's turning into Jerry Brown. No, he's not doing well. But they'll keep reelecting him. Tabakai says, why does his voice sound like he's been deep-throating dicks all night? Well, question mark. Turtle says that's because more of them are unaliving themselves so they don't need homes. That's a good point. What else do we have? I'm quick hitting a lot of these because we'll send Jesse the link. He wants to talk about the Mersh stuff. And you know what? I'm feeling a little out of it for the evening shows now. I'm kind of limping into the end of the evening shows this week. And I just got a pain in the ass text I'll have to deal with after the show's over. Yay, Christ. No, Speedball Paul, to answer your question. No. You fucking guy. Peru's president signs a decree declaring transgender people mentally ill. I'm sure everyone will take this in stride and realize that it's just Peru and that they don't need to get their Twitter fingers out and start their Twitter activism. I'm sure everybody's... What's that? It's one of the most trending topics on Twitter. Okay. It's fucking Peru. You know what? This is a good chance for the trans community and the LGBTQ community in America to prove how fucking dedicated they are. Because anytime there's someone who doesn't want somebody waving their dick at a kid at brunch, the LGBTQ community here goes, oh my God, this is terrible. This is an affront to our rights. And this you have to let us wave our dicks at the kids. But now you have a country literally calling you mentally ill. Get your ass over there by the busload. Get your ass down to Peru and protest. Go out there and take to the streets. Tell the Peruvian government that you think they're full of shit. I want to see how that goes. Come on. Otherwise, everyone's going to think you guys are just fucking pussies that are taking advantage of the United States lax laws on protesting. I think if you guys go down to Peru and you fight for your rights, people will, oh man, they'll be with you. Lance says, get ready for Peruvian LGBTQ++ refugees in St. Cloud. Oh man, I never even thought about that part. Son of a bitch. So Peru has classified trans people as mentally ill per presidential decree. The president and health minister of Peru have decreed that trans are mentally ill. Under the decree signed by President Dina Boluarte, transsexualism, dual-role transvestism, gender identity disorder in childhood, other gender identity disorders, and fetishistic transvestism are now all recorded as a mental illness. Wow. So Peru's going for it. Peru's government argues the decree will make psychological treatment freely available to those affected and said it categorically reaffirms respect for the dignity of the person and their free actions within the framework of human rights, providing health services for their benefit. Well, that's an interesting perspective on it, too, because remember, we've seen data and statistics that show that kids who identify as opposite of what they were born, like most of the time, just kind of snap out of it. So who knows if at a young age they started getting therapy and shit, it might not actually, they might have to avoid a lot of painful stuff. This might actually work well. I mean, I know people want to look at it as like, yeah, fucking based Peru. They know what they're doing down there. Don't take any shit from that community. But I think really more what they're doing is I think they're actually trying to do a treatment thing. I could be naive. They could just be, they could just be trying to fuck with trans people. But it does kind of seem like, at least the way they're pitching it, it does kind of seem like they're like, hey, we can get a mental care. Like, doesn't that make sense, though? Like, we're going to get a mental care before we start chopping things off. Just, because they say we should chop things off. We're going to have a doctor look at them first. That actually sounds pretty fucking reasonable. Chelsea Hagelstein says, Aaron, you have a long head. Your glasses make your head look longer. Have I said yet tonight that I welcome all the new listeners we've gotten since we did all this stuff? I really do appreciate it. Now I've got to work on that one. Now I'm going to be up in the mirror tonight going, do I really have a long head? I'm not really sure. Is that really, I don't know. I think it's a normal length head, but Shagelstein or whatever says my head's not right. What the fuck? It makes you look slippery and wormy. Long head with the Dracula flow cut, says Fun Dip. See, now this isn't working for me, brother. Return Trip says that receding hairline makes his head look long, not the glasses. See, this is what happens when I get like tired and ready to be done with evening shows for the week. I wasn't going to go to karaoke tonight at MC's, but now I'm thinking of calling some people up and going to karaoke. If you guys hurt my feelings, that's why you look wormy. Steel toe extended head show. Strib says, I'm convinced you could expand your jaw to ear your own skull like a python. I wasn't asking, guys. Optic Nerve says you could get Bunsen Honeydew to second mic with that head shape. Speedball Paul says, don't listen to the criticism. You'll get a new woman in no time, Aaron. I mean, might. Get as in future tense? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Fuck you guys for saying things, because I'm not saying shit. I have said my piece. I will entertain you in the chat. I will read some of your stuff. But no more divulging. I've divulged as much as I'm going to divulge for now about myself. I'm not going to talk about anybody else. Hey, you know how our border is totally fine? and that there's nothing to see here, and anyone who thinks that the border has a problem might be a fucking idiot, then why is the FBI sending out warnings that ISIS might attack pride parades in U.S. cities? And why are at least half the people in my chat going, I've been thinking ISIS ain't so bad. This is one of the problems with the open border, is that we can't really keep track of who's coming in, but we definitely know that some of them have been Arab and men and military age. And multiple terrorist organizations have said, yeah, we're trying to get people through the southern border. So if on one hand the administration says, that border's fine, you guys are complaining too much about the border, you don't understand the nuances of it, don't worry, it's fine. And then the FBI goes, yeah, guys, look, border's probably fine. Border's probably doing aces. But this summer, if you ever think of doing like some old gay shit, you might have yourself a little Allahu Akbar situation on your hands. Not a big one, just, we're just telling you to keep an eye out. That's all. Just, keep a weathered eye on the horizon for any, kind of shit. So the border's doing great. Aaron, can you divulge your monthly buffet budget? Aaron got that Islam connection, says Fun Dips. We are telling you to keep an eye out. He's warning us. Trenton Wade says $50 for 30-minute stream. Don't stop. No. Because I'm going till 9:30. If we did oh, no, I can't go till 10. Can I? No, I can't. Trenton, I was going to say $100 to go till 10, but no. Can't. I'm sorry. You got to shove $200 into his mouth to go till 10 o'clock. Like, you saw me. I limped to 9 o'clock on tonight's show. And then I'm distracted by an obnoxious text I got. Like, don't send me, like, people who know I have a show, don't send me heavy shit I need to think about during the fucking show. That annoys the fucking piss out of me. Ozone says, did I hear correctly that Jesse is coming on tonight? $500 to go till 12 p.m. I think you mean 12 a.m. And no. Smoke Out Proud says he's got to sleep, guys. We don't want him pulling a Johnny in the morning. No. So we got what, 5 minutes? I'll you know what? Let me get the Jesse StreamYard thing set up. I know. Here we go. Enter. Start virtual camera. But fuck. Enter studio. All right. I say anytime Jesse wants to come in, I think he's got that link. There we go. I'll send it to him again just in case. And then I'm going to have to do my fucking horrible, shitty editing work on the fly to bring him in. Come on. There we go. We'll get Jesse in here for a little bit, and then I'll call it a night. And then we've got a great show tomorrow morning. We got the lovely and talented Keanu C. Thompson joining the program. All right, let's add a source, a little window capture, good, and StreamYard, match, priority, whatever. Boom. Good. This is going to be bad. We'll figure it out with old Jesse PS at some point here. Let me take this down for now. And then when Jesse comes on, we'll figure it out. Trenton Wade says 24-hour stream confirmed. No. Like I said, I've got 30 minutes left. That's it. No 24-hour stream. Oh, my God, you're bringing Pod Awful on? Yes. We've had Jesse on before. He wants to talk about the merch stuff. Who am I? Look, and I'm bored as fuck tonight. And I need a little entertainment. Red Fox Mad with $5 says live students getting arrested. He wants to talk about the merch stuff. I'm going to move over a little bit so we can fit him in the thing. Chelsea Hagelstein says, measure your head. You're hurting my feelings. So as soon as Jesse gets in here, we'll do it. Otherwise, I got a bunch of stuff we can do. A bunch of stories and shit we can do. Von Kaiser says, wait, is this a work? It's not a work. My only thing is, it would be funny if Jesse stood me up. I would laugh at that. Then we had to readjust and just do a show. Would be kind of funny. No, not this guy. I don't want this. Jesse gave it out to a bunch of other people. And now I gotta get that guy out of there. Jesse, just you. I didn't even know who that guy was. You son of a bitch. You know what you did.
What, me?
Yes.
I didn't give it out. I literally just clicked the link. I promise I didn't give it out.
Rat bastard.
No, I promise. I'm not messing around. By the way, can people hear me and see me? Do I sound okay?
They can't see you yet. I'm working on that part.
Oh, God.
You know me. Fuck off. You know me.
I gave you a minute to figure this shit out. Come on.
Oh, boy. This is a disaster again. Here we go.
Now, did you figure it out when Kiki was on?
I did. I figured it out. I figured the Zoom part out.
You've got to just stream. You can just send StreamYard to your stream, right? That's how you're supposed. The reason you're fucking it up so bad is because you're trying to make it an element in OBS.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have the technological know-how of a 6-year-old.
I'm gonna tweet out what it looks like on my end right now because people need to understand what I'm fucking looking at. This is so stupid.
Can you move that way? No. There you. Hey, beautiful. You look great.
Since you centered yourself on screen, I'll do the same.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that. All right.
I just tweeted that out at Pod Awful if you want to see the nightmare I'm looking at behind the scenes.
No.
It's insane. Do you see my drill now?
I don't. Oh, you have a drill. Were you being accused of not being like a man?
I'm a working man. Yeah, because I don't want people to think I'm a trust fund kid anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was gonna. If I would have known, you were gonna.
I was being sarcastic.
If I didn't know that if I knew you were gonna spring for a drill and set yourself back, I would have never said anything.
No, I'm a working man. I drill. Look at all this stuff. I mean, you think I'm not drilling? I drill.
Hung it all yourself?
I do everything, man. I mean, the henchmen help me out, but I do almost everything. I'm a real steel toe kind of guy. You know what I mean?
You're a regular.
Have you considered it all, by the way? I hate the new setup. The new studio is terrible. I'm really not going to rag on you too much here, but
yeah, you hate it.
It sucks. You got to let me fix this for you.
I like it. It reminds me of the old radio studio we used to do the show in.
I know it stinks. Yeah. You have to stop doing stuff like it's 2003 in the radio. It's not. You are the only person I know who runs a local podcast. It's insane. You're giving out gift certificates to a place down the street from you.
Most of our audience comes from the radio days still.
That can't be true. And by the way, I said when I was on last time, and you took this as a big insult, but I didn't intend it to be. But I said last time, I think about 80% of your audience is trolls, right?
I don't think so.
That's what I said, though.
Yeah,
right?
It's what you said, yeah.
And now this time in your chat, you ran a poll to see if people want me on. It was about 74% said want me on.
Yep.
That's trolls, baby. I was very close.
I don't think that's trolls. I think I'm winning over the Pod Awful crowd.
I think, I don't know if the Pod Awful crowd is here, but your guys don't like me, so it definitely wasn't them.
Well,
your guys who live nearby you, apparently.
All my neighbors.
It's very strange. This is one of the weirdest podcast setups I've ever. But anyway, I
appreciate.
Can I say this real quick? Because I don't want anybody to like before people start tuning out. Right. Number one, we are going to talk about merch. Number two, we are going to go till 10.
No, we're not.
Oh yeah.
I'm tired. I'm going to bed.
I promise you, we're going till 10.
We're going till here. You know what? I will go if you can control yourself. And not go any further on the other stuff than I
don't want to talk about. You owe nobody anything when it comes to that stuff. I don't want to talk about that shit.
Okay.
I think what you're going through right now is terrible. I think you've said too much as it is. Like, I don't know why people keep asking you what was the real story. It's pretty clear what the real story was because you keep hinting at it very hard.
I have not. I've only talked about myself.
Well, anyway, you owe nobody anything when it comes to any of this information. And I think you should really probably shut the fuck up.
I'm trying to shut the fuck up. But also, like a moth to a flame, I read certain comments and I go, ooh, this could be. And then I go, no.
I get it.
And
no,
I go, this could be. And then no.
The thing, the quality to make someone one of these, retard streamers like we are, the very quality that it takes is having that thing in you where when you're not supposed to do something, you autistically can't stop yourself.
Right. Yeah.
So I 100% understand that. By the way, have you considered at all getting 3 more boots for your sign and then making them in a windmill pattern at all, or is that going to happen?
I have not. But it's not that I don't appreciate the suggestion.
Is it because you don't have 3 more boots?
I'm not going to run down 3 more. Oh no, I have 2 more boots, but they're black.
Oh, 2 boot Aaron over here.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a trust fund kid.
Yeah. You really took that shit. I was being sarcastic when I said that.
Well, no, I was at a show. So, here's some goss for you. At a show that we did back in October, and I don't know if it's him who said it, but Riley from Dick Masterson's show, I think brought you up, and somebody said trust fund. He's a trust fund kid.
He's just which is when you work for Dick Masterson and you're calling somebody a trust fund guy, that's a crazy thing to say.
And they also had said
Masterson's a trust fund kid.
Yeah, they also said it in front of Nick too, so there was like double irony.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Riley doesn't know anything about me other than I've made fun of him for being a dork. Like he doesn't know anything.
Again,
why would he have info?
Again, I will say I don't know if it was him. I just know he was the he was the one who brought you up. And then
you're talking about the fat kid that wears a cape.
I liked him. I thought he was fun to hang out with.
That doesn't answer the question. He is the fat kid that wears a cape, right?
He wasn't wearing a cape at the time.
But you're not saying he's not fat. Okay,
he's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy. Yeah.
You know what? Here's another thing I was thinking, because again, I've been thinking a lot about your studio and stuff.
I'm honored.
You're set up.
I'm honored.
And you have slid over on the solo show, which is nice. A lot of my guys have been saying, why does Aaron sit off to one side? It's bizarre.
I will answer that question with a very Aaron technical retard answer. I mounted the mic too far away. And I moved it tonight.
I mean, I know the real answer, but there's a part of me that was like, oh, it's sort of a Passover. He's saving a seat for April sort of deal. There's the heartbreak.
No, we spoke today. I don't think anybody has to worry about that.
Okay, you can't. You owe nobody.
No, nothing. I know. I'm doing the thing now where I see the flame and I'm going, no, it's.
Can I ask one thing? This is not like too deep.
Motherfucker, go ahead.
Literally the only question I have, and then we can fully forget about it.
All right, go ahead.
Because I think you sort of addressed this earlier, but if I could get it slightly more detailed, because this is. I got people chirping in my ear about this.
I love you, but I'm letting you know I have my finger over the mute button.
Oh, I'm not going to say anything that would require that. The thing I want to know is what the official, like, we're done ski, it's kaput ski, was anything else with ski at the end. Was that before or after my appearance on the show?
Oh, before. It was before your appearance on the show. Yeah, I will say this. The internet, people are going to hate this. The internet had nothing to do with any of it.
Okay. I of course did claim that it was my appearance that did it, but obviously I was joking.
I don't think we had gotten the information to the other party yet, but it was done.
because there was a lot of speculation because they thought they saw her hand in a photo that was posted after. And did you fake that? Did you fake the hand?
I didn't fake the hand.
So she was there. So she was still She was still around.
I didn't say it was her hand.
People were identifying the ring. There was a lot of autism going on. That's the only thing I wanted to know.
There was no wedding ring on that hand.
There was a ring. There was
a ring. I believe it was a pointer or a middle ring.
Okay. Who was that mysterious person? Was it Nick?
Yes, with the big, long, skinny Skeletor fingers. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one. No.
How involved is Nick and all? Is he going to be your lawyer for the split or?
Oh, I have a really good lawyer. I'm not saying,
so it's not Nick.
I'm not saying he's not a really good lawyer.
Not Nick.
I have
because if she goes with Nick, you win. Is there any chance she gets half of Steel Toe in the divorce? Any chance?
Look, I don't owe anybody any explanation.
I agree with you.
I'll tell you something, Jesse. In all seriousness, this has been one of the most amicable breakups of my entire life because it's mutually wanted.
I can tell that you both mutually hate each other. No, I wouldn't be joking about it with you if I couldn't tell that it's a good thing this is happening.
Onward and upward, as they say.
It sounds bad when I say it out loud, but I promise it's not.
Fine. Like, and here's my biggest problem with it is like, if I joke about it, I'm going to hear about it. And it's kind of like, it's like
a little late for that.
It's like, like today, boy, how can I fuck you, Jesse?
I'm not asking. You don't have to say shit. I don't care.
The flame though is there. I'm seeing the flame again, and it looks nice, and it looks warm if I just touch it. No, I came out with it, and I like incriminated myself as much as I can while still being vague, because there were so many rumors out there, and there were so many rumors that weren't true that I was like, none of these rumors are really painting me as a giant piece of shit. So let me say what a piece of shit I've been. And then, let's get the heat.
And that fixes it somehow, or what was your...
I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, here's the deal. I wanted to, as a radio guy, I wanted to talk about my divorce. But I also didn't want to talk about the other party. I just wanted to talk about my shit. And it's also really gay if you go on and go, oh, I was so good. I was so great. No, I'm a piece of shit.
Something April seemed to never, and this is me saying, that's not you. Something April never seemed to understand is like, if something juicy happens, you're going to want to talk about it on air. I fully understand that.
Yeah.
And you literally, like a retard, could not stop yourself, could not help yourself, and you still can't do it. And I was like, oh, Aaron, come on, man. You could really mend this. And she was supposed to be there forever. And then, but listen, hey, it's probably, I know there's other shit going on and who cares? And
yeah,
it's not my business.
It's,
Here's the thing though. This is all right. I gotta, and this isn't really about the divorce. I have to push you on this issue though. And this is why I'm really here as well.
Okay.
You said earlier in this very stream, you aren't going to let somebody else tell you what goes down on your airwaves, which I fully agree with. That's of course you're in fucking charge here. And obviously the implication there is slightly about Ape. It's about some other stuff too, I think. Am I still here with you?
No, yeah, you're here.
Okay, sorry. It's StreamYard's kind of freezing for me a little bit. So obviously the implication there is a little bit about Ape, I think. I think that's fair to say. But then meanwhile,
can I correct you on that one?
Go ahead.
No, people in my life.
Okay, other people, like other
people who are just like, did you say this? Did you say that? Did you say that? Because I mentioned that I've talked to family, I've talked to friends, and this and that, and I think they, I don't know, read shit or they go on Reddit or something like that, and they, Reddit people will make shit up and they'll go, did you say this? And I'll be like, no, go fucking listen to the thing.
Okay.
No, if it was about her, I would be very tepid and careful about it.
But it was true about her as well. Like, if she had tried to really strong arm you on something, I mean, you would have been nice and loving and told her, okay, fine in some regards. But if she really tried to control the content of the show, there would have been a problem a long time ago.
No, I mean, she put a stop to the Zumach stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Well, my point is, it doesn't matter who it is. My point is, you've got these people who are close to you in your life, who are actual friends and family trying to pull that shit with you, and you're like, fuck off.
Right.
Meanwhile, a literal fat-titted, fucking cross-eyed, retard, drunk, stroking out lol cow.
I told you we're not talking about ape. I'm just kidding. I was only kidding.
Aaron,
no.
You're going to lose everything. If she gets half,
I'm teasing. Go ahead.
I need you to understand, if she gets half of Steel Toe in the divorce, I will buy it from her. So
you don't have a crispy 20 on you, do you?
Could I buy it now? I will.
No, I'm just kidding. No,
Okay.
I'm sorry. You were saying about fat tits and lol cows.
Mersh is the biggest fucking rising lol cow there is on the internet. And you did let him fucking push you around on what's allowed. You kind of bent the knee to Mersh.
Did I?
You did.
Okay.
And I know you're not going to like that and you're going to try to twist it, but it's 100% true. And I'm not saying that as like an enemy. I'm saying that as a guy who is a professional Mersh mocker.
You're saying that I fence walked a little too much on the Johnny Mersh thing.
Oh, that was no tightrope act. You were fucking, Mersh was just holding you up, basically. I mean, for $17, Mersh sent in $17 and it nearly wrecked your crippled co-host's whole day. And I felt terrible for him. I want to point this out. This is the most psycho part about all of this. Mersh is big mad that you had me on, which, why does he get to control your content?
Well, I'll tell you this about that. He was mad that I had you on. It's not like you and I had a fucking dick sucking fest. Like I told you, I think you're doing a gimmick right now.
And I felt like you were sucking me up.
I don't know. I don't think there was all the sucking. Maybe some kisses, but no, I don't think.
You know what the big irony of it is? You tried 3 times to get me to talk shit about Mersh. I knew what you wanted.
I tried to defend Mersh right in front of your face. I go, why do you got to be such a dick to Mersh?
I never said anything about him in that whole interview.
No, you said we're friends. You said we're good. I like him.
I said I like him. And I did that listen, let's be real for a second here, okay? No more, what do you guys call kayfabe? Right, that's what the adult.
Let's not do pro wrestling shit.
We're wrestling guys.
I am. I'm wearing a Bret Hart shirt, but I'm not. I don't like saying
gay. We're adult baby wrestling lovers here. We're all about Opie and Anthony and wrestling, like every other show. So let's drop the kayfabe for a second. Not that this was all a work. My real intention, and I'm willing to say this to you, my 100% my real intention of coming on your show originally was to make Mersh mad, and it worked.
That's the only reason you wanted to be here, was to make Mersh upset.
Not the only reason. I've been enjoying watching your show, and I wanted to mess around and stuff, but that's the main reason. I've done it to Mersh like 4 or 5 other times. I did it with Alex Stein. We actually talked about that on the show.
Yeah.
I did it when I went on Alex Stein's show. It was to make Mersh mad.
Sure.
That was it. And I knew he'd react. And every time I do this, you're part of the Mersh effect. I said that. And he is going to shit test you to make sure you're still loyal. So that shit with Johnny was his way of saying, Aaron, you're going a little too far. But I was nothing but nice about Mersh. I would not let you even spin me in that direction the whole time. I did talk about Royce, but I purposefully did that just to show exactly how much of a gay bitch he is. He's a woman.
I like Royce, and you're talking shit about Royce.
I'm not talking about Royce. I'm talking about Mersh.
Oh, Mersh. I was going to say, no, he's not
Mersh
gay.
Is a gay bitch woman. You are dealing with less of womanly problems in your divorce than you're dealing with Mersh. Mersh is a bigger divorce in your life right now.
I'll tell you this. He is behaving like more of a bitch than April has been wonderful.
He's been talking about you every single night on his show for the past week.
Which is strange because, again, I don't think I did anything but literally speak to you. Now, you've never, as far as I know, done anything to me. You've never done anything that's directly upset or offended me. So why the fuck do I have to white knight for Mersh? Why do I have to defend Mersh? If I want to have a motherfucker on my show, I'll have a guy on my show. I'll have fucking Patrick Melton on my fucking show sometime. One-on-one, just the two of us.
He won't do it. But I would love to see that. I wanted to try to make that happen when I was on.
Right. And I would have done it. But like
you didn't want to do it.
Someone going and by the way, your coverage of that was fucking fantastic, by the way. Patrick's denial of the whole thing. But
I like Patrick. Let me be clear that I don't want him to think I like Patrick.
Sure.
I do. I like his show. And I don't have it. I'm not really enemies with anybody.
You just like people who stir shit up.
Well, here's the big irony of. By the way, I want to say this real quick. Let me loop back to what I was going to say there. My audience and the people who are in here got real cheap the last time I was. Keep sending in those super chats, okay? I'm not getting any of that, by the way. I'm not saying that because
if they start sending them in, would you like some?
I would love to read. If you guys have anything to say, I will address anything. And by the way, I'll address questions about Aaron's divorce.
No, you won't.
But if you don't, you don't.
No, you won't.
Then it's not you. It's me saying it.
No.
The point is, though, so please don't be cheap about this just because you got me here now. And by the way, it'll fool him into keeping the show going. So make it happen.
We're not going till 10.
You really shouldn't have me on in the later second. You could get way more super chats if you just had me on earlier. I'm just, as a business guy, I'm just telling you. Anyway, the thing I was going to say with Mersh is the irony here. You kept trying to ask me when I was on last time, what's the deal with the Mersh hate? Why do you pick on Mersh?
I still don't understand your hatred of Mersh.
And you were saying that because you were friends with him. Well, here's
I don't know.
Well, you were, maybe.
No, I'm saying that. No, I'm saying that, and I really don't know what the deal is.
Oh, I got you. And by the way, Mersh has been sitting there waiting to do this to you for a year and a half.
It felt that way.
It is.
Like
I know that for a fact.
When he started talking shit, and I haven't watched it. I've seen a couple clips people have sent me. I was like, this really doesn't seem out of nowhere. This doesn't seem like he just, I had Jesse on, so he's just gonna motherfuck me. This seemed like almost like he had a dossier ready to go for in case I ever pissed him off.
Apparently, you leaked the StreamYard on stream. You did it on. Somebody just messaged me that.
I can understand that.
That was your bad, not mine. Anyway, the Mersh has been waiting to fucking jump on because there's literally an economy around making fun of you. Okay, like whether you like that or not, that's true. And he's been sitting there watching that, going, why did I pick the wrong team? Why? Because I could be making that. Why can't I be making that money?
I should steal some money.
When he looks at Patrick Melton, he goes, there, but for the grace of God, go I. Or there, but for the grace of the devil, go I suppose. Because Patrick Melton is successful Mersh. And I don't mean that as an insult to Patrick Melton, but they have a lot of big similarities, okay? Big, fat guys, beards, glasses, cross eyes from Tampa, Florida.
Can be kind of thin-skinned at times.
Stand-up comedians, podcasters, but Mersh is failed at all of those things. Well, he's not failed at being fat, but he is a failure. I think Patrick is married as well. Mersh is a spinster. Like,
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Patrick Melton is the successful version of Mersh. Mersh looks at that with jealousy. He looks at me with jealousy. That's what that's the real thing where the trust fund thing comes from, is a guy like Mersh looks at my show and looks at the fact that I don't have to do it every night begging for donations. And he goes, how is that possible? Oh, he must be from a rich family. And I'll tell you the truth about this. My father laid ceramic tile for a living. And my mother was a mother. I'm not rich. Okay. I don't come from a rich.
And your grandmother was a school shooter.
That's Alex Stein's grandmother.
Sorry, I get it confused.
That actually would be cool. If it was me, that would be cool. But for him, it's embarrassing.
I don't understand why that would be embarrassing. It's not like he helped his grandmother shoot up a school.
I believe he did. Well, you know what's interesting about Alex is he ran for the school board for that school recently.
Really?
Yeah, so imagine that. A lady shoots up a school and then her grandson's like, I'm in charge now.
That's that's bold.
Yeah, that's
so
kind of
back to the Mersh thing. So I have you on. Mersh goes fucking nuts. He's saying from what I understand from people, he's just burying the shit out of me, whatever. I don't get it. It also seemed like to me, I didn't feel threatened or beaten down. I just felt like, where's this fucking rage coming from? it was
It's
almost
from
like
jealousy.
like coming from him. It just felt like I don't. Why are it was like a dog on a chain barking at you from behind a fence, and you're just like, what's with the fucking noise? Why?
Well, there's no mystery why he does it, and then what's the fucking who are these podcast guys' names? Carl. There's no mystery why that came right afterward. These guys have been sitting around waiting to. And by the way, Carl still likes Mersh. Mersh is a million times bigger lol cow than you, or than you will ever be.
Well,
and
Carl,
this guy whose job is ripping off Jocktoberfest. What's it called?
Jocktober.
So again, I'm not an O&A guy.
I love how I'm like, as an offended O&A fan, I'm like, it's Jocktober, Jesse.
Yeah, that was a test.
Yeah.
That was a pest test.
I fucking failed.
This guy whose whole show was just ripping that off, he likes Mersh. Are you kidding me? So these guys have been sitting there. They've been wanting to turn on you. This is the turn. Did you know I invented the turn?
I don't even know. I still don't know what the turn is.
I don't either, but I invented it according to Mersh.
So at any rate, with the Carl thing, what's interesting about that is I've been on the phone with Carl. I've been on his show. We text, talking football, stuff like that. And it was always, your show is good. I don't understand what this Patrick Melton's doing. I think it's because you have a professional show or whatever. Like, he would be very complimentary and not understand why Patrick Melton was saying these things. So when I heard people say he did an emergency show, which is so gay.
He stole that from me.
Oh, really? Sorry.
I do emergency shows. Oh yeah.
So then, so he starts going. People are like, "Oh, Carl went off on you. He thinks your marriage or your divorce is a work." You know, the wrestling terminology again.
See?
Yeah, he says he thinks your divorce is a work, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I wanted. I really wanted everybody to come to me and go, "Hey, we were right about you, you fuck." That's my big prank that I'm pulling on everyone.
Yeah, so yeah, I just good enough to do it. I could pull that off. You would never.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But no,
really your style.
That's my thing about the Mersh thing, the Carl thing, is the part that makes me cringe about it is it just seems so forced.
Yeah, it is because they're both. It's blood in the water. You said it when he was doing the shit against Johnny, which, by the way, again, another thing. The difference between me and Mersh here, when I was on the show, I made fun of your co-host, that guy, the Nighttime Johnny. Who's Nighttime Johnny again?
Matt.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm a fan of Matt now, actually. But I said I hated him. He stinks. Get rid of him. I didn't say anything bad about John. Mersh, his modus operandi is to attack the weakest person. If April was still on the show, he would have been attacking April. She would have been in that seat, and he would have been saying shit about her. But because she's gone, there wasn't a woman for him to attack, one of his peers, a woman, he had to attack a guy who literally is in a wheelchair or whatever. He's got MS or whatever's going on. Wheelchair Johnny, we call him. So, that is.
But by the way, that's very kind of you.
That's not even the first time he attacked a guy with MS, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, there's this guy, his name's Sam Whitfield. He's got MS, and he's also a little less verbal than Johnny. Like it affects him more. Johnny, he sits there and until he gets up, you don't know there's anything wrong with him.
Right.
But Sam, you can tell something's going on. And yeah, he shit all over that kid, doing all this stuff. This is how Mersh is. Like, what everybody thinks I'm so terrible. I come on, I'm like, no, Johnny's the good one. So anyway, but I want to take back the thing I said about Matt before.
You like Matt?
The Pod Awful cult is now fans of Matt. We've actually got a fan group for him. We're the Matt Adores.
Oh, God.
Because we adore Matt. We're the Matt Adores. If you're a Matt Adore out there, make some noise in chat for Matt.
Is it his central Minnesota bumpkin racism? Is that what?
It's just that he kind of sits there quiet and doesn't really get in the way. He's like Johnny actually contributes a little bit. Matt is like your Salacious Crumb. I know you don't know what that is, but remember in Return of the Jedi, in Jabba's palace, he had that little monkey lizard puppet sitting next to him, and he'd go, that's your Matt is that for you. He's just there to sort of provide you with a laugh track and let you know how you're doing. And we love him. We're Matt Adores. Anyway, the point is, this whole thing with Mersh, where did it come from? Why do I, I see Trenton Wade in chat having a midget freak out over me being here right now because he's a Mersh ball sucker, and also a midget. And why do I make fun of Mersh? Number one, I make fun of him because he is the most unaware, goofy lol cow ever. He's just naturally a lol cow. This was always going to happen to him. I've actually been making fun of him since long before anyone publicly knew. I was making fun of him behind the scenes secretly for a long time. He's just an easy to pick on twerp.
So you're saying last week or 2 weeks ago when you were here and you said you like Mersh, I feel like you were being less than truthful.
I specifically was trying to not get you in trouble.
Oh, hey, great fucking job.
Well, that shows you how fucking thin-skinned he is.
It does. If it's about you coming on, like if you watch the content of our conversation, it could not have offended anyone. I mean, it was pretty...
Except you. You're the only one who should be offended.
And I didn't give a shit.
You didn't get... And this is what I said. And people think I'm joking around when I say this. You eat troll comments. They do nothing to you. I don't know if you're too good at the internet or too stupid to understand them, but they bounce off of you like it's fucking nothing. And
that's because when this show's over, I have 3 children. I have shit to do. A guy on the internet can't really, it can't get to me.
I agree.
I'm divorced. So I've blown up 2 fucking marriages. You think a troll comment's going to get me? Oh.
And by the way, Mersh making fun of you for being divorced. Do you know that Mersh was married?
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people don't. Well, Mersh married a lady, and this is true, she left him within a month. Ooh. So I think both of your marriages lasted longer than 1 month, right?
Yeah, I got 3 years and 6 or 7 years.
All right, so not great, but pretty good comparatively.
Right.
And then, and she left him, by the way, by cucking him. She cheated on him with a black comedian, and left him for that guy. So, whatever. Anyway, he was married for a little while, and then he will never be married again. You've already had your whole second family under your belt, which is a normal man thing. Every man's supposed to have a second family.
Sure.
At some point. I guess you didn't have kids, but you snipped yourself. So it counts. Like my dad, I'm my dad's second family, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, he already had a family. I have half brother and sister.
Okay.
And then my brother and I are my dad's second family, which is like a fun thing. It's a fun thing guys do when they get in their 40s. They have a second family.
Well, see, I'm still in the mid-30s, so I got time.
Well, you radiate the energy of a 40-something. So
hey, I appreciate that. I
can always radio guy thing.
Thank you. Yeah, it's very nice.
It's something about that radio thing. But anyway, the whole thing with Mersh and our public falling out. And this is what's so sick about what he's doing right now. Is, the whole reason he was nice to you. I was nice to you. That's his classic phrase.
When was I not nice to him?
Exactly. His whole thing with that is he's just a glad hander. He needs you to climb. He needs you to be a troll shield. You were supposed to protect him from me and from his Reddit and all this stuff. You were supposed to be the last line of defense.
I don't fucking care about Reddit. I don't care if you and Mersh killed each other. It wouldn't fucking affect me at all.
I don't choose these things.
I don't understand. I just don't understand the seriousness in which people take these things, especially when it's people who will never fucking like you. Why try?
Well, the thing is he will do this with anybody he thinks he can get a leg up with. He'll do it with them. He doesn't have to like them. He doesn't have to like their show. He'll lie to their fucking face to get whatever he can out of them. He did this with Dick Masterson, like 5 years ago. Okay. And the lore drop you need on this, here's all you need to know. Dick Masterson and I have a history, and that history involves him telling his audience to report my Patreon. And I don't have a trust fund, but I do have something called the Pizza Fund.
I've heard about the Pizza Fund, yeah.
The reason the Pizza Fund exists is because I lost my Patreon because of Dick Masterson. All right? It's that simple. It's cut and dry. You can listen to the episode where he told his audience to report it. That's what happened. He lies about it. And it pisses me off. It actually doesn't piss me off anymore. I don't care anymore. But in fact, it was a good thing, inevitably. The Pizza Fund's way more successful than the Patreon. But I am still not going to let him like just get away with it, you know? And I'm not going to let him, I'm certainly not going to let him start a Patreon alternative for free speech, which is what he did. Dick Masterson, a guy who got me kicked off of Patreon for saying the N-word on a paywall, behind the scenes show.
Haven't we all said
nobody? He certainly has. That's the irony there.
Yeah.
There's a video of him on YouTube using it quite liberally. He reported me for using the N-word, and then he made this thing called New Project 2, which was supposed to be the Patreon for free speech. And he advertised it as, you can say the N-word on it. Right. So Mersh and Royce bring Dick Masterson on to Revenge of the Sis in a desperate attempt to try to get new listeners. Of course, it doesn't work. That never works for them. Whenever they go on anyone else's show or whenever they bring anyone on their show, it brings no new listeners for them. Even InfoWars brought them nothing because they're insufferable losers. But Dick Masterson comes on. Now, I know for a fact, by the way, Royce and Mersh asked me to come on their show. I didn't know who they were. My connection with them, they found me because I was a bigger channel back then than them.
Right.
And I know for a fact that I had personally discussed with Mersh this thing with Dick Masterson. I know he knew that this is the guy who got my Patreon taken down. Now, there's no Jesse effect. I don't think he owes me anything. He's allowed to have on Dick Masterson.
Sure.
I just thought it was kind of strange that there was not even a single question of, you're starting a free speech Patreon alternative? Aren't you the guy that got Pod Awful taken off of Patreon?
Yeah, well, I think that's the weird thing about when I had you on, and, you know, Mersh is very upset that I had you on, but yet when I talked to you and I was not trying to get you to go off, I said, hey, what's the deal with Mersh? Mersh is all right. Mersh is okay. There's nothing wrong with Mersh. And I still end up getting the shit. I want to read just a couple of these super chats from you people.
Yeah.
And then I am going to wrap up because I'm not going till 10. Bunhorse with $4.99 says, are you proud of the fact that your kids can now say, my dad's second divorce was over a podcast? Guys, quit flattering yourself. It was not over the podcast. I promise you.
It didn't help. It didn't help. It's fair to say it didn't
I will
help.
say that I've said this many times. I will never work with a partner again.
Well, you might not have the choice.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very nice. Lance with $1.99 says, Mersh has been trashing you all week. I've been hearing about this.
Really?
Tabakai with $4.99 says, tell Jesse I loved him on Porcelain's Mersh documentary.
Wow, thank you. The internet's porcelain, who's hanging up the Spurs, by the way.
Is he really? He's done?
He's done.
Mr. Nobody with $4.99. Does Jesse get money from being a John Lennon impersonator? That I feel like
Yes.
that's easy.
And also Ozzy Osbourne and also the Oasis guy, both of them actually, and also Howard Stern, and also the vampire from that Keanu Reeves Dracula movie, and also anyone want to do any of the other ones? I'm not remembering them all right now. Les Claypool, Mitch Hedberg.
Oh, Mitch Hedberg's, yeah, that's an easy one.
It's weird how none of those guys apparently are original because they all look like each other, according to the internet.
Return Trip says, try not to get married this time. Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah. What? Well, you should take a break.
Slow it down. Believe me, Jesse, you
no more forever mommies.
Jesse, you and every friend and family member I have. Why don't you slow it down this time? All right. You find them. You don't need to propose to them within 6 or 7 months. We can slow this thing down a little bit. Yeah. Las Vegas is a lovely place. Everybody, I know one of my buddies, I was like, yeah. And it's just when we came back from Las Vegas, it was just such a great time. We were doing so well. And he goes, yeah, you fucking retard. You were in Las Vegas. Who doesn't have a good time?
Right.
And
didn't you guys go with the Ricadas to the Pleasure Palace?
The Pleasure, but no, it was and I said that this morning, and I didn't think
where they've got the back rooms where you can get.
I didn't know I didn't know they had the suck and fuck rooms. I don't think they do
all this stuff.
I don't think they do. By the way, it's pure pleasure. It's an erotic
pure pleasure
store. Yeah, it's here in town. It's not. No, I don't think there's a.
They had a big 20% off lube thing going on.
Well, no, it was a fun
they had an anal week.
No, it was a fun little silly thing we did. I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
All right, come on, be honest. Did you guys swap? I know I wasn't going to ask, but
No. God damn it.
Come on. What is the because the Ricators are swingers. So what is the likelihood that nothing happened?
But I'm not.
Okay. Well, I mean, listen, you're divorced now, so maybe
I'm divorced. Yeah.
You didn't swap, but maybe.
No, we're not gonna. First of all, we're not gonna get into.
All right, you're right. You owe me nothing. I'm sorry.
But
you're
also, right. I can say no.
There was no slippy dippy sort of
slippy dippy, flippy floppy, any of that. There's
nothing hinky going on.
Nothing. I don't think there was anything.
Did you guys go to the back room at the Pleasure Palace?
I don't even know until. The
you
internet
slip in
told
the
me.
quarter, you put on the video, you put the stool by the curtain.
I didn't even know until the internet told me today that there was a flippy, slippy, dippy room. I had no idea.
That's crazy. That shit's fucked up, actually.
All right, man. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going, it's only 9:40, but I'm going to bed. I'm done.
All right, well, let me just say this before we go.
Yeah.
Can you say fuck Mersh?
Well, he's only been shitting on me for like a week, right? Yeah, fuck.
Let's hear it.
Fuck Mersh.
Okay, and he sucks, right?
I don't know. Look, I still think.
Come on,
no,
Eric!
fuck you, Jesse. I'm not gonna be your monkey.
Eric, I'm not making you my monkey.
I think Revenge of the Sis is a good show. I think they do a quality show.
On.
I do think it's a good show. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it in a while.
Which is a better show, Steel Toe or Revenge of the Sis?
I'm partial to my own product.
Of course you are. I already say that. So say that.
Partial to my own. I think Steel Toe's a funnier.
If Revenge of the Sis disappeared tomorrow, would that be better for the internet or worse?
The internet's a big place. I think it would be indifferent.
I mean, we would still have Flecka's Talks, which is the same show.
You still have when you try to do the right wing thing, there's about 9,000 other ones.
Listen, you got to say fuck Mersh. And by the way, there's money in it. Okay, you think there's an economy around you? There's big money in making fun of Mersh.
Well, no. Fuck Mersh for the Johnny thing, and then fuck Mersh for thinking that he can just talk shit for 3 days in a row. It's
you
gay.
Gotta start shitting on Mersh. There's a world to play in there. And by the way, the worst part of all of this is he is LARPing as me and trying to turn you into his Mersh.
Holy shit.
Don't let him do it. I'm not fucking kidding. The way he even set this up is exactly like the Dick Masterson thing. It's the same thing. I watched him do his gay little wrestling promos with his crossed eyes. And I said, this dude is doing me. He's doing an impression of me. This is him getting out 5 years of oppression by Pod Awful. And he's trying to make you his Mersh. He even had the nerve to take his hat off and show his hairline and say he's got a better hairline than you.
Dude, you're going to go hairlines?
It was the same hairline.
You're going to take my most deformed quality and try to make that your strength?
Yeah. Well, I'm shocked he didn't say, hey, and I can walk better than Johnny.
Right?
I mean,
yeah, I don't really understand the hairline thing.
You gotta shit on this retard, and you gotta let these losers in the chat who are still Mersh guys like Trenton Wade, this black midget, you've gotta let him know you're done. That shit's there's no more Mersh effect for Steel Toe. He doesn't get a second chance. He's a loser. He's the biggest lol cow in this sector of the internet. And it's done. You got to say this.
Jesse, I know how good this must have felt for you.
Well, I accomplished all of my goals.
I was just going to say, you must have, 1 to 10, how did tonight go for you?
We hit the goal for sure. We definitely hit the goal.
Certainly. All right, buddy. Thank you very much for jumping on. And I'm not going till 10 tonight. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm sure we'll cross paths again.
Yeah, I'll be on weekly to make fun of Mersh with you.
Of course. Later, man. Was that the real Mr. Medicare that was in there? I would have brought him on. Are you kidding? If Medicare ever wanted to be on this show, fucking jump on, buddy. Shoot me a DM. I'd have Medicare on. What was the thing I said about Mr. Medicare a while back? I said, all he has to do if he wants to own the internet is die. I meant that as a compliment. Like, if people are accusing you of having fake cancer or being fake sick, which there's no reason for him to fake cancer. If Medicare wanted to own everybody and the internet really meant something to him, he'd just die and then he, fuck you. I win. It's just more of a permanent victory. That's all. All right, guys, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm done for the night. Thank you very much, and we will talk to you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. with the lovely Keanu C. Thompson.